Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Basketball Stooges, where we talk about basketball and only basketball because fuck football, I'm done with it. Anyway, basketball hasn't started yet, so... basketball has not started yet, so bye. Great episode, anyway.
Bye, have a great time.
Well,
all right, take two.
Yeah, we're fucking done. You guys, yeah, talk about football. Go. I'm done.
Wow, you pissed.
Wow.
Bengals are only
well,
3. It's over. It's over.
Well,
It's over.
boys and
Talk
stupid,
right.
I'm your, I guess, new host, K-Duff. There's Maston, Mamba.
Hey, who says you get to be the host, motherfucker?
Fucking no, I just took an initiative.
And now it's a K-Duff
I think-
news.
Okay.
I think it's-
Okay. I gotta come back and right the ship. I get it. Anyway, gotta keep
I'm about
Gorlami
to
from
piss.
killing
You're
Mamba.
you're like, what's
Like
that
Starscream
saying?
leading the Decepticons.
No. Like lob glue, like keeps the glue together for all of us.
A glue guy like Tony Allen.
I guess.
Well,
Shout out
you're
Tony
not
Allen.
fucking Will Levis with mayo.
Yeah,
So are you gonna sip that or are you gonna chug that?
All right, try.
Well, there you go.
but yeah,
I'm actually tired right
as Kate have already said, everybody's here. Macedon, Mamba, Gorlami, K-Duff, and myself. We're all here. I think basically everyone's team lost this week. Like,
Hey,
I did that.
You mean
Yeah.
my offensive line loss?
yeah. The
Specifically.
Bears actually lost. The Patriots actually lost. The Bengals actually lost. The Eagles probably should have lost, but they didn't. It probably still feels like a loss to Macedon. But then I'll actually give it to the Packers
count as a
again.
loss, huh?
The survived Malik Willis counter is up to 2 now, which is incredible. Again, in my opinion, that is a lot of that is because of Matt LaFleur's amazing head coaching. So good job on him for doing that. But yeah,
Wait till
so
the playoffs.
yeah. But again, welcome to the Football Stooges, the worst way to cover football imaginable. We'll be talking about every football game this week except the Bengals game because fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I will
I'll
eat
do it.
cardboard. Like the amount of decisions we make and the people we don't we don't draft people, we don't re-sign people, and
It's
Man,
the point where I'm
Oh.
going to pick up Brock Bowers in fantasy.
Brock Bowers, no.
Okay. Well, we get to. Okay, I'm gonna say this though. It wasn't your offense that ruined you. It was your defense.
Cam Taylor
Yeah.
and Britt's shit talking should have probably stopped in the locker room.
Yeah. All right. But anyway, let's get into it. We're going to start with the crossover grid. We'll go into KF News. And then again, as always, the greatest... Oh, my goodness. Brendan Autry, how far is that kick?
Probably 50 something.
Motherfucker, I'm
60
behind.
yard! 60 yards!
Did he make it?
He made it!
Holy fuck.
I'm not there yet, you dick. Move on.
It's a kick. Oh, my goodness. It's not like the immaculate reception just happened.
Oh my god, go to the grid.
Okay.
Or else we're gonna start
Whatever,
shit talking the
bro.
Bengals.
That's no. All right, 5,000
Damn,
career
Aubrey.
rush yards. Tiki
I was thinking
Barber.
Tiki Barber.
Yeah,
76-yard rush play.
Barber of Tiki.
long rush. We can think of a ton of different Giants. Was Adrian Peterson ever Giant?
No.
Frank Gore?
No.
Was that a wait? Was that
No.
fucking run
No.
that Daniel Jones went on the other year?
Yeah, but Daniel Jones.
I swear to God.
Yes. And then he tripped.
2 receptions, touchdowns in a game. 5,000 career rush yards. So like receiving back. Ooh, can I get a Marcus Allen in here? Get a Marcus
Probably.
Allen. I think it's this one. Yeah. Yeah. 5,000 career rush yards and 350 pass yards in a game. That is a dual threat quarterback that has been.
Do Patrick Mahomes?
It's Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson, maybe Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
The dog fighter.
76-yard rush play and
damn it.
22 receptions, touchdowns in a game. So we're thinking another like running back.
Oh, Lamar Jackson, of course.
2 receptions. He never had.
Yeah.
2 reception touchdowns in a
He
single
said
game.
running back. I'm sorry.
76 rush yards in the play. So let's think of a running back. Fuck it.
Okay.
He still used that picture. He still used that picture.
Shout out Mamba. 76-yard rush play and 350 pass yards in a game. Hold on.
Oh, we could have done Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Now we'll just use Steve Young.
No.
Okay, not Steve Young.
Wait, was that the wrong year though? When did Steve Young play? They showed.
I don't think a safety counts. Yeah.
No. Ryan Tarkenton, no. That's from a long time ago. Randall Cunningham?
Cunningham could work.
I don't know if he actually had Randa.
Randball, yes.
There you go.
This one? 2001?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah,
crap. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. He did play that long.
76-yard rush play. Tom Brady, no.
No.
Nah, Brady was never
Peyton Manning, no.
Duke Tobit.
Lamar Jackson. Just do Lamar Jackson.
Oh.
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 Okay.
Oh. Okay.
350 pass yards in a game.
Yeah.
2 reception touchdowns in a game. It's gonna be a ton of different.
T.O. Murray.
Oh, Cole
Des
Beasley.
Bryant.
Josh
You
Allen.
would.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I love you, Dad.
I love you, Josh Allen.
I saw this actually.
So funny.
They're funny.
So funny.
Oh, I forgot Post Malone's a Cowboy fan. I hate it.
Post Malone's a Cowboys fan?
Yep.
Giants and Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know if counts as a player. Okay, now
Giants,
we're talking like
Cowboys.
Minecraft villagers.
Man, you see me. You know, Mass, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I started shotgunning this, and now I just don't want to do it.
I'm already tired this week. Once Monday started,
Dude, I
am.
did 2 football games at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I'm fucking dying.
I just
Nope,
did like
not Carl
3
Banks.
closes in a row, and then if I have one day off before doing 3 more doubles in a row.
And then pop an Adderall, and you're feeling much better.
Cowboys and Giants. I feel like
That's mostly just weak.
there's definitely some.
There's someone, but trying to think who.
No, Shockey was never a
Jerry must have done some slimy shit with grabbing someone from the Giants.
Looking up something.
Where is he?
Oh, dude, Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker.
He played for the Giants.
I guess he did. Yeah.
He did. Who
Huh.
else? Jason Garrett. Oh my
Garrett,
goodness.
Fucking
Oh.
course. How didn't we not think of that?
Lamb.
CD, Tony Romo, CMC,
CMC is in
Saquon,
spots.
Justin Jefferson.
Lamar. Yeah.
Christian
Tiki
McCaffrey.
Barber was the most popular answer. What else is here?
For the 5,000 career.
Alfred Morris,
Giants.
Justin
Not many.
Herschel Walker.
Larry
Larry
Zonk,
Zonk. I forgot he was a
Otis
Giant.
Anderson too. Oh wow,
Joe Morris, Rondé Hampton, Herschel Walker, Tiki Barber. Yeah.
wow.
Hugh McElhenny. Wow, that's a throwback.
Whitworth's Tiki
Do
Land.
you remember Hugh McElhenny, Macedon? You remember him?
Fuck off.
It was popular when you were 5 years
Waiting
old.
for it. All right. Without further ado, let's get into one of the best parts of this show. This Week in Fantasy, which every week Muzzy makes a video based upon the fantasy group we have for the
I
football
kicked
stages.
Lob's ass.
Yeah, because I had so many
I
players on the
jinxed
bench.
Mambas.
So. Anyway, here we go.
I was sad.
Oh.
It starts with this. Come on.
Die.
Barbie! How come you didn't invite Igoro?
We're watching Oppenheimer.
Nuh-uh.
Fuck you mean nuh-uh?
I don't want to watch watch Oppenheimer.
Mitsuri,
What?
it's a biopic about one of the most divisive men in American history. The father of the atomic bomb himself, Oppenheimer.
Le bomb that kills people?
He does not say
Why am
that.
I
You don't
French?
need to kill millions.
Why am I a French woman?
There's more nuance. There's more nuance to it than that. Christopher Nolan does it again. What a masterpiece so far.
Mr. Oppenheimer, I have bad news. Great Scott, you don't mean my le bomb.
What?
My le bomb.
What is this?
Your le bomb. Le killed people. My le bomb.
He does not-
Le killed people.
I already know he's on my
Fucking
AR.
say that. Bravo, Nolan.
What the fuck? That was one of the most random ass shit. Oh my god. And then I destroyed Keto. Because
If I can't be the
Saquon
best, I
Tyreek.
will make sure that
Forlami
Mama does not
somehow
go
went
into first.
first once again.
We got the Iggies.
We got the
Eagles.
Eagles.
We got the Bailey's.
The
Oh my god.
We got the Packwoods.
Packwoosh.
Beavis and Butthead.
Toes.
That's the page. What the fuck is this?
yo.
We got the Bills.
What the fuck?
We got the Bills.
A Patriots logo look like fucking Finn from Adventure Time.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
let me quickly get
Patriots
into.
already died. Patriots season's already died, just like Finn died at the end of Adventure Time.
Spoilers.
It's been out for how many years?
I'm kidding. Anyway, college football, real quick. Looking at the top 25, Texas jumps ahead, even though they had no Quinn Ewers this week. Archie Manning was playing, and they beat UL Monroe. Or UL Lafayette, I don't know. Next against Mississippi State, that's going to be their first SEC game. Thankfully, they're at home, because if they were away, they would have hearing damage, because god dang, do those cowbells suck. Georgia is going to play Bama. 2 versus 4 in Bama. That's going to be nuts. Ohio State will play Michigan State, which will be a decent test, the hardest they've had thus far, but again, that's like going from the 3-foot end of the pool to the 3.5-foot end of the pool. Not much is changing. Tennessee will play at Arkansas. I think they should have a pretty good game there. They've been doing well so far. Ole Miss, who's been really good behind the great quarterbacking of Jackson Dart, will be playing Kentucky. Miami of Florida will be playing Virginia Tech, who has probably had one of the worst seasons imaginable for how much hype they got preseason. Is that right, Macedon?
It's with the Vanderbilt Rutgers was close game. It wasn't blowouts with the close when the losses. I would say the Rutgers game was kind of weird. Just, but also you forget ACC Wheel Destiny.
Yeah.
And also that's like, and also it's a rivalry too. Miami and Virginia Tech. It's a hatred between each other too. So Big E stays, and
Oregon is going out to California to play UCLA. They should handle business there. UCLA did lose a large portion of their game to, by a large margin, I should say, to Indiana. Penn State will play Illinois, who's been pretty good. They won an overtime game against Dylan Raiola and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. They're on the up. Utah will be playing Arizona, who's got some good weapons. Missouri, still undefeated SEC. Missouri team will be playing Texas A&M. Michigan, off a big win, which I was in the building for, against USC, will be playing Minnesota for the oldest the oldest trophy in college football, the Little Brown Jug. USC took a loss, and they will be playing Wisconsin.
Fuck.
They're good. Their defense is a lot better, but
You lost Van Dyke, dude.
yeah.
I didn't like Van Dyke, but our backup's not much better.
Yeah,
you lost
also.
Dick.
LSU will be playing South Alabama. Yeah, Louisville will be playing at Notre Dame. It should be a pretty good matchup, though I think Notre Dame should take care of business if they know what's good for them. Clemson will be playing Stanford there at 17. At 18, Iowa State will be playing Houston. Illinois,
Let's go
again, as I said, will be
Cyclones.
playing at Penn State.
Let's go Cyclones!
Oklahoma State, which is rated higher than Oklahoma right now, is playing at Kansas State. Oklahoma is playing at Auburn. BYU, who is ranked, will be playing at Baylor. BYU actually has a very solid team. They just came off a beating of Kansas State, who will be playing Oklahoma State. Texas A&M will be playing Arkansas. Tennessee has a bye then because it said they played Arkansas. So yeah, so they have a bye. And then coming up at the very final spot, Boise State, who's had some ups and some downs, but still has a very talented roster. We're playing Washington State.
Statue of Liberty herself.
What?
You know, I said the Statue of Liberty herself, Boise State.
Oh, the play call that one.
The pump fake where they.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Other votes, Washington with 67. Indiana with 63 votes to be in the top 25. Boston College, UNLV, who recently lost 2 players to NIL. They have both foregone their further games with the team and are now redshirting and transferring because they were not given the amount of money they were promised.
I know one was Matt Sluka, their quarterback. What was the other one?
Running back, I believe. Pittsburgh with 37. Nebraska still getting some with 25. Iowa 24. James Madison with 11, who was beating UNC by almost 70 at one point. It was nuts.
That was hilarious.
Dude,
I fucking love
is
that.
on the up and up, bro.
The real USC with 7, Liberty with 4, Arkansas with 3, UCF with 3, Arizona with 2, SMU with 2, and Navy. Yes,
I do have to ask. Yeah, well, they're undefeated. I do have to ask, how is South Carolina University being called USC when you go with the acronym South Carolina University? Would that be SCU? You don't put university in front of South Carolina.
I thought they did
It's
put
South
the
Carolina
university in front of South Carolina.
No, I hate that. It's like, sorry,
Well,
it bugs me because
I hate USC now because they're Big Ten, so they're a bunch of sinners. So USC to me is South Carolina, and they're the sinners.
Sorry, it's because 99% of the time at work I have to speak in acronyms.
BYOB, ASAP, LOL, LMFAO. You know.
No, not like that. More like. Also, there's fucking acronyms and acronyms of some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking military.
Military, yep. All right. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and move on to KDF News.
All right, so we're going to be starting out with injury news, and I'm just going to prefix this by saying that if you are a lineman, this was not a good week for you. We're going to start out. Lions have lost 2 big pieces. Defensive end Marcus Davenport with a torn tricep, and center Frank Ragnow, who tore his pectoral. 49ers defensive tackle Javon Hargrave also tore his tricep, as did Cardinals defensive tackle Justin Jones, so they're all out for the year. Another big piece for the Bengals who have been banged up. Offensive tackle Trent Brown, he tore his patellar tendon. He's done. Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton tore his ACL, and Steelers offensive tackle Troy Fautanu did what I did 2 years ago, dislocated his knee. He's done. Going on to shorter to long-term stuff, obviously out tonight because the game's already in motion. Giants cornerback Dory Jackson dealing with a calf injury, and Cowboys cornerback Kalen Carson with a shoulder injury. Outside of that, Chargers offensive tackle Rashawn Slater is expected to be out at least this week with a pectoral injury. Browns guard Wyatt Teller, sprained his MCL. He's out a minimum 4 weeks. Jets have lost offensive tackle Morgan Moses 2 weeks with a knee injury. The Falcons have lost offensive tackle Caleb McGarry, also sprained his MCL, out 4 weeks minimum, and center Drew Dahlman, who apparently suffered a high ankle sprain. Saints are losing center Eric McCoy for about 6 to 8 weeks after he's going on a knife for a groin injury he sustained last week. Titans cornerback Chidobe Awuzie also has a groin injury. Panthers wide receiver Adam Thielen apparently suffered a pretty substantial hamstring injury. He's out at least 4 weeks. And Eagles wide receiver and punt returner Britton Covey apparently also fractured his scapula. He's out 6 weeks. Going into questionables, a couple carryovers from last week include Jaguars tight end Evan Engram with his hamstring injury, both Texans running backs Joe Mixon and Dameon Pierce, and now they can add both wide receivers Tank Dell with a rib injury and Nico Collins with a hamstring injury to that regard. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert still dealing with his ankle sprain. Packers offensive tackle Jordan Morgan with his shoulder injury. Bears wide receiver Keenan Allen still dealing with his foot injury. Chargers who also are going to be probably going this week without linebacker Joey Bosa with a hip injury or offensive tackle Joe Alt with an ankle injury, who's been a monster on that O-line so far this year. The Saints, they are going into this week questionable with Alvin Kamara, who's got a hip and rib injury, and whatever the fuck a Taysom Hill is with a chest injury. Cardinals wide receiver Greg Dortch is dealing with a hamstring issue. Patriots safety Jabril Peppers suffered a minor ankle injury in the Thursday Night Football game last week. He should be okay to start. Colts wide receiver Michael Pittman, both back and calf injuries. Commanders defensive end Cleveland Farrell with a knee injury. Running back Austin Eckler is in concussion protocol. Also in concussion protocol, Eagles wide receiver Devontae Smith and offensive tackle Lane Johnson. Browns offensive tackle Jedrick Willis has a knee injury. Defensive end Myles Garrett with a foot injury. Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold hyperextended his knee. He should be okay this week. Lions tight end Sam Laporta dealing with a minor ankle issue. Dolphins quarterback Skylar Thompson suffered a pretty bad rib injury in their loss. And as we'll get to, it's why somehow Tim Boyle got a chance to play in this league again. Steelers defensive end Alex Highsmith had a groin injury, and running back Jalen Warren with a knee injury. Giants linebacker Brian Burns with a groin injury, and Falcons running back B. John Robinson apparently dealing with a minor shoulder injury. Outside of that, we've got 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey. Apparently, he traveled all the way to Germany to see a specialist about the Achilles tendonitis that has kept him from taking the field so far this season and getting me points on fucking fantasy when I wasted a first fucking pick on you. And apparently, in his and aside from that, apparently in his testimony to Congress regarding his misappropriation of public funds in Mississippi, Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre revealed he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So that sucks for him. Going on to signings and re-signings, the Ravens are adding on former Bears defensive end Yannick Ngakoue. This makes his second stint with the team, who he last played for them in 2020. The Jets are signing former Eagles safety Jalen Mills. Lions have signed former Steelers wide receiver Allen Robinson, and Broncos have signed former Steelers linebacker Quan Alexander. That sounds like their Singleton replacement. As for trades, releases, holdouts, we've already talked about the UNLV thing because of the NIL deal. The one I have written down is Matthew Sluka choosing to redshirt the remainder of his season, quit the team despite the fact they're undefeated, for not being granted the $100,000 he was promised when he came to Yuddy Yuddy, which should possibly make this the first midseason pay dispute under the NCAA's new policies on athlete compensation. Other than that, the Panthers have announced that they are not interested in several offers that came out after the benching of Bryce Young for a trade for him. It's not said what teams offered to trade for him. I don't know why you would. As we'll get to the game, it looks like he was the issue the whole time, but we'll get to that. Other than that, miscellaneous news. Sadly, former Dolphins running back Eugene Mercury Morris passed away this week at the age of 77. He played 7 years in the league with the Chargers and Dolphins, where he was part of the undefeated 72 team, ending his career with 2 Super Bowl wins, 3 Pro Bowls. He was the league rushing yard and touchdown leader in 72 and 3. He was part of the Dolphins Walk of Fame, combined for 7,300 career rushing and kick return yards and 34 touchdowns. Other than that, in lighter stuff, the Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors, he's become the youngest player ever to score 2 touchdowns in one game and became the second player ever to have 3 touchdowns and 20 receptions in his first 3 career games, tying Anquan Bolden for the second most ever receptions in his first 3 games. The first, of course, being Puka Nacua, who set that record last year with 30. And Commanders defensive end Jaden Daniels, he set an NFL record for the highest completion percentage by a rookie with a 91.3 percentage against the Bengals. And this game also set a record being the first game since 1940 where neither team punted away the ball or had a turnover the whole game. So, I mean, it was a bad loss for Law, but decent football game. Other than that, the NFL has suspended Charger safety Derwin James 1 game for the unnecessary roughness penalties he caused during their Week 3 game versus the Steelers, and have also sent out warnings to players that have been suspended in the past, as saying that they are keeping a very close eye on this season, and they're putting out, like I said, they're putting out warnings to people that have been suspended in the past couple of years. Some of the players that we know have received these notices include Bills safety Kareem Jackson, Steelers safety Devontae Casey, Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans, and Patriots defensive tackle Tristan Hill. And finally, I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't dox players and coaches, because Lions head coach Dan Campbell discussed this week how he had to move houses after being doxxed by his daughter's classmate and having several uninvited visitors and fans show up on his property and prank him, especially after they lost games. Just don't fucking do that, guys. Anyway, that's all I got.
Fucking weird.
All right.
Yeah.
I heard that the issue with that big thing is one of Dan Campbell's daughter's classmates posted that address, and then people used it afterward to,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, horrible stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah,
but
not
anyway,
right.
not in a great situation in any regard. So, let's move on now to the games of last week. As again, last week we covered the Jets and Patriots, so we'll be looking at every game that happened Sunday and Monday, and then we'll be moving on to Thursday. There's a game happening now where the Giants are going into the fourth, 5 points away from tying the game up with the Cowboys. So
how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Also, the
Words
Browns.
of Dennis
Jesus.
Green, they are who we thought they were. Fucking
yeah.
frauds. Guys, this might be a bit of a hot take. I don't think Deshaun Watson is a good person or football player.
Yeah. They are.
That's a hot take. Wait, are you actually being serious being a hot take or no?
You know my second language is sarcasm, dude.
He's shitty in both ways, on the football field and on that
massage table.
bed.
Yeah,
I was gonna say massage tables. Yeah.
He is not he's not a player in the streets or a freak he is a freak in the streets, whatever. Anyway,
you fucked that up, really.
Yeah, fucked it up. Anyway, 21-15 the final score. Giants get the win in Cleveland. Daniel Jones 24 for 34 for 236, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, a 109.4 rating. Really good that only 2 sacks happened when you're going against Myles Garrett. Devin Singletary, yes, that Devin Singletary. Garrett, yeah, he did. Singletary 18 for 65 and a touchdown rushing. Also Tyrone Tasey 5 for 23 and Daniel Jones 8 for 20. Malik Neighbors had a great day, even though he's on the bench in my fantasy league because Michigan Wi-Fi sucks. 8 for 78 and 2 touchdowns. Wandale Robinson 7 for 61. Devin Singletary 4 for 43. Daniel Bellinger 1 for 17. Tyrone Tracy Jr. 2 for 17 and Theo Johnson 1 for 13. Moving on to the Browns, Deshaun Watson 21 for 37 for 196, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 8 sacks, an 89.5 rating. They only got 37 yards and 26 yards from Jerome Ford and Deshaun Watson, respectively. Everyone else had under 5 rushing yards at best. They had 69 total rushing yards as a group. Receiving, Amari Cooper led the way before his injury, 7 for 68 and 2 touchdowns. Jerome Ford, 3 for 33. Jordan Atkins, 4 for 29. Jerry Jeudy, 4 for 27. Elijah Moore, 2 for 17. The sacks, he had a half of one from Wakire, a half from McFadden, half from Nunez Roches, 2 from Big Sexy Dexy, half of one from Keon Thibodeau, and 1 from Aziz Olajawari.
1 from Brian Burns and Elijah.
Yeah, and then also
Cowan?
1 for Brian Burns and Elijah Chapman. Both had 1 as well. So 8 total sacks, the best from Dexter Lawrence. Again, especially for an interior lineman. Interior linemen generally do not get a ton of sacks just because usually there is a guard and center that's able to double team them if they're really a big problem, like Aaron Donald. But again, Dexter Lawrence is able to prove himself to be a really great pass rusher out of that nose or 3-tech position. So,
in fairness, a lot of people can look like great pass rushers when you're going up against a O-line as beaten to hell as the Browns was.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But still, 8 sacks, even with the beaten up O-line, like those are Bengals Super Bowl numbers, which is not something you want to compete with. Trust me.
No, it is not.
You're not going to compete with like Quentin Spain for like let through blocks and Jonah Williams. So
that's Evan Neal numbers.
Yeah. Any thoughts on this game, gentlemen? Any at all?
Browns suck.
Browns just suck. Yeah.
Like if Danny Derps can do that to you, like Malik Neighbors, that's fine. But Danny Derps doing that to you, yeah, you suck.
Yeah, not a great. Oh my goodness, Malik. What the fuck, Singletary? He just reversed field and lost 4 yards. Okay. Oh, but yeah.
I just remembered I have Prime Video. I should probably start streaming this on my head.
Yeah, not a great performance there at all. All right, next up, Packers and Titans. This was interesting because after I went to the Packer game,
Titans, you suck.
After I went to the Packer game, what was it? 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah,
a week
2 weeks
ago.
ago.
2 weeks ago. So he actually had another
About a week ago.
3. Yeah.
You've been going to so many football games. God damn.
Well, I mean, last year I went to every Michigan home game except the opener. I even went to the Big Ten championship. Like,
I just watched a replay. What the fuck?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. And I think Diggs got hurt on that too.
oh yeah, that is sticks. I think good. But
Damn.
anyway, back to the Titans Packers game. After I saw the Packers play 2 weeks ago, where they ran the ball a ton on the Colts, who have a decent D line. Obviously, DeForest Buckner's there, and Leulathos was an early pick for them. I'm like, they're going to kind of stick to the run when they don't have Jordan Love, which I get. They have a really good running back as well in Josh Jacobs. Then they come into the Tennessee game, and I'm like, this Tennessee D line is stacked with big, strong defensive linemen. What are they going to do here? And they relied on Malik Willis a lot more, and he came through. He went 13 for 19 for 202, 1 touchdown. His average passing yards was 10.6, only took 3 sacks, and a 120.9 rating. If you would have told me that Malik Willis, 2 years ago when he was on the Titans, would ever get a 120.9 quarterback rating, I said, you're nuts. But here we are.
This is his revenge game, and
he was,
like you said, they have the Titans. Their big strength in their defense is that D line. Their secondary, not so much, as we'll get down to when we get to their receiving.
Yeah. 6 for 73 and a touchdown for Willis on the ground as well. Emmanuel Wilson, 12 for 50. Josh Jacobs, 14 for 43. A decent day on the ground, but again, that Titans box was packed with defensive linemen and linebackers. So it was very hard to run. They did have 188 rushing yards in total. They got 19 from Jalen Reed as well. Receiving, Christian Watson, 2 for 67. Jalen Reed, 4 for 50. Emmanuel Wilson, 2 for 35 and a touchdown. Tucker Kraft, 2 for 24. Romeo Dobbs, 1 for 18. Josh Jacobs, 1 for 5. And Luke Musgrave, 1 for 3. Also going down here to their kicking. Braden Narvison went 3 for 3. And also from 47 yards. Also had 3 good extra points. So that's a lot better improvement from last year.
Yeah, no
that
shit.
That got you a ton of points there. So obviously 9 from this, plus an extra 3, 12. So that's almost half your points coming from kicking. So that's a great improvement there. Moving on to the Titans. Will Levis, 26 for 34 for 260. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 8 sacks, and 92.8 rating. They could not run the ball at all. 33 total rushing yards, 14 for Tony Pollard, 12 for Will Levis, 7 for Tajay Spears. No one averaged over 4 yards a carry.
How much did they
did you guys see what the Will Levis picture of the week was?
Yeah.
Which one? There was like multiple during that game.
Yeah, there was multiple.
Van Ness dunking his nutsack on his head.
The
It
one
was a
that keeps
fumble, and Van Ness saw the ball, and it was like watching a baby, it was like watching a grizzly bear mother. No, like watching a grizzly bear mother look at her baby trapped on a ledge, and there was a possum sitting there. Just move the possum out of the way to grab. Just get out of the way.
See that happen.
Also, how much do they miss Derrick Henry?
Probably that.
Very much.
Yeah. Are you trying to find the picture?
I am.
Yeah.
I think this is
For some reason
it.
I came
Yeah.
across the picture of the Dolphins lineman showing his
So
ass.
yeah, week one, it was this Will Levis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Week 2, it was
Week
this.
2.
Week 3, he got just teabagged by Hercules right here.
He's no longer Mailman, he's Memo Man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Jesus.
rough. It was rough.
Can't rely on your run game anymore, huh?
I also saw a hilarious. Who's 55, Gorlami, on the.
Oh, 55.
Yeah.
Fuck. I remember 53 because I yelled at him for being a dumbass. Who's
There was-
55? Hold on.
There was.
Does it show the numbers on the stat list?
They do. Kingsley and
Oh,
what's his last name? How do you say that?
Enigbare?
Kingsley Enigbare.
Enigbare. Yeah, Enigbare.
But the great thing about that was he did a swim move. I saw a funny video. He did a swim move on the right tackle. The right tackle got just whiffed so hard that he fell down onto his
Back into a
hands,
3-point
and
stance.
onto his hands and feet, and then pulled one
I
arm
saw
up, and the
that.
guy paused it, and it looked like he hadn't even moved from his 3-point stance. It was hilarious. It was just man, he got him ready for the next play. I'm like, oh my god. Receiving, DeAndre Hopkins actually had a good game now. 6 for 73 and a touchdown on 7 targets. Tajay Spears, 4 for 54. Josh Weil, 4 for 43. Tyler Boyd.
Leave me alone!
Yeah.
Forgot about Boyd.
3 for
Matt
33.
Damon.
Chico Conco, 2 for 15. Tony Pollard, 3 for 15. Again, another Matt LaFleur masterclass of using what you have to win a football game, out coaching whoever the fuck the Titans head coach is now.
Isn't it Callahan?
Maybe. Whoever it is, I don't know if it'll be the same guy at the end of the year.
Yeah, we could have like a Freddie Kitchen situation here.
Yeah.
No one wants that.
Because Vrabel was doing better with this basically same squad.
Vrabel was fine. The only problem is that he lost like a power struggle with like the front office and got fired.
Forget Brian Callahan was the offensive coordinator for the Bengals until this year.
Yeah.
Does that explain much, or?
Well, I mean, but like, yeah, I could see he was the Bengals coordinator. No. Holy moly. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
I don't know if I believe it with the lack of screenplays.
I think that's
more of a Zach Taylor thing.
I think that's Zach
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
I think it's Zach Taylor. Anyway,
Now,
yeah, we're gonna run
it. The Bears.
We're gonna run a screen, but out of that screen, we're gonna also run another screen,
man.
and within that screen will be another screen.
At least Caleb threw it for 52 times.
That's not a good thing to say.
I know.
Yeah.
It's they basically told him
52.
they basically told him to sling the ball.
Yeah.
I
mean,
sling
we need
it.
to tell him to do that less.
Yeah, 16-21, the final score. The Colts
Especially
get their
with
first
that
win of the
offensive
season
line.
in Lucas Oil. Colts played a pretty good game. We'll start with the Bears. 33 for 52 from Caleb Williams for 336 yards, 7-yard average, 2 touchdowns. At the end of that, it sounds great. However, 2 picks, 4 sacks, an 80.8 rating. On the ground, he also ran for 8 yards once. The other runners were Sean Johnson, 8 for 30, DeAndre Swift, 13
And
for 20.
one hell of a quick pitch.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on that one.
Not block the quick pitch, baby. Don't pull no one.
Hold on. 4th and goal, and you decide to do a sideways run.
That goes nowhere.
With that goes nowhere. With that
with
Colts
that O-line, like, it's not smart, but I can see why they wouldn't want to run up the gut, especially against DeForest Buckner. So, like,
why not take the points?
I have something to say, but finish what you're doing.
was Buckner? Because he's really been out 2 weeks, really. Yeah, he has been. But even then, you had a great game from Laiulathu. So,
What do you pay to bed?
Why can't I see him on this? Was he not playing either?
No, Quiddy Pay's in there.
No, I'm saying Laiulathu. There it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
Latu?
97. Yeah, he had a sack. So, but running the ball, 63 total rush yards, not great. 332 pass yards, good, but on 52 attempts, only completing 33 of them. Yikes. Roma Dunze, 6 for 112 and a touchdown. Cole Kmet, 10 for 97 and a touchdown. DJ Moore, 8 for 78. Rashawn Johnson, 4 for 32. DeAndre Swift, 2 for 22. And DeAndre Carter, 3 for 22. For the Colts.
Dunze touchdown was kind of funny. I'm just sorry to interrupt. The Dunze touchdown was kind of funny because like it had him, Caleb Williams, like fighting over it, and then it cost them. They literally had to burn a timeout because they were spending too much time deciding whether or not they're going to go for the extra point or the 2-point.
But yeah, it's funny because first NFL touchdown for both of them. Anthony Richardson, 10 for 20. 50% completion percentage, 167 in yardage, 8.4 average, no touchdown, 2 picks, 1 sack, a 39.0 rating.
And this is the winning quarterback.
Yeah, ugly. Jonathan Taylor did carry the day, 110 rush yards and 23 carries and 2 touchdowns. He had 110 of the 150 total rush yards. The others were from Anthony Richardson and Trey Sherman, who got a touchdown as well. Receiving, Alec Pierce, 1 for 44. Kyle Granson, 1 for 40. Michael Pittman Jr., 4 for 36. Jonathan Taylor, 1 for 25. Josh Downs, 3 for 22. Some people were describing Anthony Richardson in this game as a guy in Madden who doesn't realize there is a pass besides a bullet pass.
That actually makes sense.
Anthony Richardson was absolutely throwing
That's me.
darts. Absolute piss missiles. This guy was a HIMAR rocket launcher, and he was just fucking sending them. These things had... there was so much velocity, I think the ball was like warping in midair. Like, this guy has an absolute cannon of an arm, and I'm starting to see some Brett Favre comparisons, especially when it comes to interceptions. Hopefully not when it comes to stealing money from Mississippi. But we'll get to
showing his
that.
penis to
Or
reporters.
develop it.
Okay. Yeah. Developing Parkinson's,
Wait.
just being an absolute, asshole. Okay.
You said it, not me.
I wasn't gonna go with there.
Wait, Mississippi has money?
I know,
apparently,
I'm surprised too.
apparently enough for Brett Favre to steal. So, but
Yeah, he had to do it from the welfare fund.
Or
That should do it.
allegedly
So-
steal.
Just
I don't
moved out
think
of Biloxi. They said it was a shithole.
I think we still have to say allegedly there, because I don't think he's been actually convicted.
Yeah,
Right?
you don't want to get sued.
All
Yeah.
he's done is
Oh,
go
this
to
is all
Congress.
allegedly Brett Favre's lawyers from Mississippi. If you're watching this, so anyway,
You know what? No, he doesn't get to sue me. He broke my fucking heart. Okay.
I don't think the judge will. Whatever. Yeah. You have much more to worry about. Yeah, example, Portugal. If you go to court, but you get to the stand.
What are you talking about?
All rise, the honorable judge Juan Carlo from Portugal. Ding, and you're always like, I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
This will not help you now.
All rise, the honorable Cristiano Ronaldo. Ding, and everyone was like, oh fuck.
Bipartisanship out the window.
All right, but yeah, Colts get a very much needed win at home, even though it was much more run heavy, which isn't horrible. But Anthony Richardson's performance was probably worse than Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams lost and had 52 attempts on 33 completions and 2 interceptions. So this game was ugly with a capital U. All right, so
Well, we're getting most of the ugly games out of the way. Now we have to get to the what the fuck games, such as.
So what the fuck game?
Well, here's one for starters.
I'm good. All right, let's just say this. No, it's Vikings.
No,
Not this one. Dude.
Not
That's it? Oh wait, Sam Darnold. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah.
this guy's nuts.
All I can say is that the Strouds were not happy after this game.
Yeah.
That and Adam Gase is probably just wondering where the fuck he went wrong.
I mean, we thought that the Vikings were gonna shit the bucket, and
Same.
Yeah. I mean, with injuries.
Yeah.
I was also kind of think that it's just
hell.
Houston's bad day. It was the Texans' bad day.
I will
think
say that if Sam Darnold continues this level of play, he will either win the most improved or the MVP. Because this is nuts.
I would say most improved. MVPs might be a stretch.
Not with his stats.
Again,
right
it's
now.
early in the league. It is early in the league.
Not with his stats. Like I'm saying, obviously this is way too early. It is going into week 4. We've only played 3 games. This performance from him thus far has been near MVP caliber. If Joe Burrow was doing this, people would be throwing MVP at him.
Oh yeah.
It's just because it's Sam Darnold. People are like, it shouldn't matter who the person is, unless it's Deshaun Watson, O.J. Simpson, or Brett Favre, or Bray Rice, or Kareem Hunt, or yeah, let's just.
We get the idea.
Yeah, unless it's someone of questionable character, you shouldn't be saying, "Oh, I don't want to,"
You can make up like 35% of the league. So.
Richie Incognito, Harrison Buckner, kind of, yeah. So. Travis Kelce just because Taylor Swift. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, 34 to Ben. P Diddy, 34-7. The final score. The final score. Minnesota gets the win in US Bank Stadium. Amazing win. The Texans put Davis Mills in after a while when they realized the game was out of hand. CJ Stroud went 20 for 31 for 215 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 4 sacks, 68.6 rating. Running the ball couldn't be done. 14 for 38 in total carries to yardage. Akers was the leader with 21 yards. J.J. Taylor had 1 for 3. Cam Akers had 9 carries for 21 yards, a 2.3 average. Receiving, Stephon Diggs, 10 for 94, good day for him. Nico Collins, 4 for 86. Tank Dell, 5 for 62. Dare Ogunbale, 2 for 28. And Robert Woods, 2 for 18. Moving on to the Viking side of the ball, Sam Darnold had a pretty good day. 17 for 28 for 181 to 6.5 average, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 4 sacks, a 119.2 rating. Aaron Jones had a great day on the ground, 19 for 102, as well as Ty Chandler, 7 for 13. Then receiving Justin Jefferson, 6 for 81 and a touchdown. Aaron Jones, 5 for 46 and a touchdown. Jalen Naylor, 3 for 31 and a touchdown. Baron Powell, 1 for 13. This was just a stomping, which was nuts. I mean, you're like leading tackler for the Vikings is Harrison Smith. They were getting sacks from Van Geikel, 3 from Jonathan Greenard. They were getting another one from Jalen Redmond. Like, this team looks great so far.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was going to be a closer game.
the biggest thing is if the Vikings, and this week, Rami, is it in Lambeau or is it in Minnesota? Lambeau. So I'm saying that if Sam Darnold goes into Lambeau and lays the smackdown on the Packers, there's going to be legit talks about the Vikings being maybe not a contender, but definitely NFC North favorites, because the Lions are shaky to start. The Bears suck. Sorry, Mamba. And the Packers have an injury issue with Love that's going to kind of curtail them a little. So
I mean, the Texans are pretty banged up too, so I can see this trend kind of keep going for them. I mean, they both their main 2 running backs are out. Nico Collins and Tank Dell are banged up. Like, they have to keep relying on this round. It's while nobody's at 100%, it's not going to look great going forward.
I mean, yeah, but the Texans have so many weapons that I feel like it should be like their backup running back is Cam Akers, which is great. Then they also have Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Dalton Schultz, not to mention also Robert Woods receiving. Plus CJ Stroud, who's coming off of one of the better rookie years we've ever seen. There's always so many.
I think this was just an off day for them.
Here's hoping.
Maybe. I mean,
I've been watching Tom Grassi's videos this week. The Strouds are not taking it well.
Yeah.
Grossi, baby.
Grossi,
not that well. They're not taking it in stride. Stroud, that was horrible. Anyway, moving on.
That was a stretch.
That was a stretch.
Stop. No.
Stretch.
Just stop right there.
All right.
Actually, please do stop. Do we really need to talk about this game? I mean, it was ugly.
All right.
This was the elephant man of games.
Macedon, you have the floor.
Disgusting.
All right. 4th and 1, when you're on like the fucking opponent's 20 or 25, take the fucking points in the first quarter. Also, line up to do a tush push and try to do a sideways run with Saquon. I love Saquon Barkley, but fuck. Saquon Barkley and Jalen Carter basically won you the game. Or the defense won you the game. And Saquon Barkley.
Let's see, a team that plays down horribly the competition.
I don't want to be compared to the fucking Steelers.
Okay, well, thanks for stepping on the punchline.
Yeah, because it's part of fucking Penguins. Fuck the Penguins. God damn it. I kind of can't wait to see what hockey's going to happen. But
I can't. I mean, fucking Don Sweeney's probably going to ruin our goalie situation.
Yeah.
All right, final score 15-12 between the Eagles and Saints. A very defensive game for both sides. Jalen Hurts 29 for 38 for 311, 8.2 average passing, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 sacks, and 88.8 rating. Barkley went 17 for 147 on the ground with 2 touchdowns. An amazing day for him. Hurts also ran for 25 yards on 8 carries. Yes, he's doing a great job transitioning from the Giants to the Eagles. Dallas Goedert 10 for 170. Devontae Smith 7 for 79. Paris Campbell 2 for 13. Kenneth Gainwell 2 for 12. And Brian Corvey 1 for 11 in receiving. For the Saints, Derek Carr 14 for 25 for 142. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and 1 sack. And a 69.1 rating. Kamara on the ground had a pretty good day. 26 for 87 for 3.3 yard average. Chris Olave receiving 6 for 86 and a touchdown. Alvin Kamara 3 for 40. Mason Tipton 2 for 11. Cedric Wilson Jr. 1 for 3, as well as Foster Moreau 1 for 2. Very defensive game. Very. Oh, go ahead.
Jalen Carter was wrecking shit.
Yeah, 2 tackles for loss, 2 passes to flex, 1 quarterback hit, 4 solo tackles, 3 in total.
There was a video saying like Jalen Carter was actually messing up the Saints running game. It was just Bryce Huff and the other defensive end was not holding to contain to let Kamara go. Like,
also,
it was.
What was the fuck was up with him and Gardner Johnson just like yapping at the fans and nearly starting a fight?
Well, because of fucking the dirty hit against Darius Slay and a dirty hit against.
It was not a dirty hit.
I mean, I've seen dirtier.
Yeah, but it was. But
Sharp and Ocho Cinco also agree with it. It's not a dirty hit. You play to the whistle.
Do I trust Ocho Cinco words?
Do you trust Sharp?
Child, please. Child, please.
He changed his
Not-
last name to a fucking Spanish number.
Wanted to
And
rest too
he
far,
is
right?
a he is a national
television.
hero in this household. End of story.
It's not a dirty hit. If you understand
yeah.
football,
Are you
you
talking
get
about
it.
talking about Devontae Smith or the Darius Slay one?
Slay's the one who got hit by the lineman, right?
Yeah, it got pushed even further into the benches, and when the play had already been over for like.
No,
5
not that one. I'm
fucking
talking about the
seconds.
other. I'm talking about the other one where they're.
The Devontae Smith one.
That's not a dirty hit. Argue it all you want. It's not a dirty hit.
Not every hit
You
they're
play-
intending to do. Like, yes,
No,
I know
he's
it's the
playing to the
Saints with their
whistle. He's just
history,
trying to get him down. He hit him. It's
we know
a football
the
play.
history of the Saints with their dirty hits, bounty
Regardless.
gate, yada yada.
Yeah, regardless,
not
the
every
Saints
play is going for a
fans
concussion.
were chirping a lot. So, and obviously they're Saints fans. They're going to be drunk as hell. Louisiana has drive-through bars or liquor stores, really. So they are plastered. They're going to be talking. The only
They don't
worst
drink as
sports.
much as us, though.
Yeah, well, you guys are better at maintaining a couth about you. New Orleans, they don't care.
Yeah, you're used to
only-
your drinking water being 8% alcohol. They're not all the time.
Yeah, the only worse area for sports fans being crazy and nuts is Boston, and that's mainly
Correct.
They're
because they're
racist. That's it.
Racist, yeah.
Racist.
Okay, well, hold on.
No. Listen to anything people say about NBA games and
Crazy
it's bad.
Irish.
Said it before. Anyway,
Get your
Steelers.
spreadsheet up, dude.
Steelers get a bit of a shocker here. They win at home.
Fuck, Parsons is hurt.
Oh,
Wait, Arson?
Micah
yeah,
Parsons, yeah.
Parsons.
Wow, there goes the Cowboy season.
Well,
Yeah.
depending on how long it is, yeah.
Oh
True.
god, I love seeing a
He's got
sexy
two guys
commercial.
under both shoulders.
What the fuck is that hat, Mike McCarthy? That's ugly.
It's like the crucial catch
It's
cancer hat.
Why,
Now you look like an asshole.
No, for like for a cause as noble as that, why would you make such an ugly hat? People should want to wear stuff that supports like a cause, like looking for a cure for cancer or stuff like that. Like, why would you make it look disgusting? No one's gonna want to wear it, or they're gonna feel ashamed in order to wear it.
Anyway, Steelers 20, Chargers 10.
Bro, he's over the line.
Justin
He's over the
Herbert,
line.
12 for 18, 125
Oh, no, that-
yards, a 6.9
Is that
average,
Malik
with one
Neighbors?
touchdown, 0 interceptions.
Was that Neighbors?
He was sacked
was
2
that
times for
Neighbors?
16 yards with a QB rating of 53.2. Tyler Heineke also got into the game. He went 2 for 2 for 24 yards. Sacked
guess
3
Herbert
times
got
for
hurt.
28
Yeah, because
yards.
Herbert did get hurt. It was
J.K.
Neighbors.
That was
Dobbins,
Neighbors.
15 carries for
Oh,
44
no.
yards. Gus Edwards, 3 for 9. Can't even fucking read that. Darylus Davis, 1 for 8. Justin Herbert, 1 for 0.
You don't go through the
On the
small.
receiving,
You don't go through the small. Yeah.
let
Quentin
me keep
Johnson,
going.
2 for 44 and a touchdown.
Fuck
Matt
you, let
McConkey,
me
3
say
for
it.
44. Will Dissy,
Oh, he
3 for
landed, like,
19.
Upper chest first. That did not look good.
It might just be, hopefully it's just a stinger, and 1 for 17 for
Hopefully.
Sam. Hayden Hurst, also 2 for 15. Obviously, Chargers walked into the Steelers. Steelers were able to get the job done. It was good play from Fields, 25 for 32 for 245 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 7.7 average, 2 sacks, 96.0 rating. Running the ball was split between a couple different people. Najee Harris, 18 for 70, and Cordell Patterson, 4 for 33. Then moving through Pittsburgh, Calvin Austin, 4 for 95 and a touchdown. George Pickens, 5 for 57. Pat Fryermuth, 4 for 33. Scotty Miller, 2 for 31. Najee Harris, 5 for 16. And Cordell Patterson, 3 for 15. If Fields continues to play this well, do you guys think Russell Wilson is in the question
No.
here?
No,
Probably not.
absolutely
Tomlin knows how when your quarterback's hot, you keep them in. And Justin Fields is
Yeah.
hot right now. The only way I can see Wilson coming in is if Fields gets hurt.
Yeah.
And right now he's been in his prime. The Pittsburgh O line's been decent despite the fact that he just lost Fotanu. So I feel like they keep him in.
Yeah. So he's not having exploding numbers, but he's being efficient.
Yeah, they're like
And with that Steelers defense, which basically just T.J. Watt and Mika
He's
Fitzpatrick.
getting the wins. They're 3-0, top of the division, top of the AFC, I think, or at least up there.
Yeah, they're 3-0.
Yeah.
It's early, so it's kind of hard to tell who's for real and who isn't. But
what everybody thought they were going to be start of the season, this is looking good for them.
Yeah, this is nice. And this is in spite of Arthur Smith's offensive coordinating.
Indeed.
Question. Oh, no, not a question. But in all seriousness, you're going from Matt Canada to Arthur Smith, so that's very low.
That is a fair
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Kind of a weird one for the Chargers, I feel like. They were doing very well and come in here and kind of lay an egg a little bit, but
Herbert was dealing with injury, so that could be part of it.
TJ Watt is a monster.
Yeah.
TJ Watt is a monster.
Even if you double team him, he will fucking destroy that O-line. Joey Bosa got hurt.
Mm-hmm. He's been hurt so much. And then
I think
with this game, sadly, I think the Joe Alt Rookie of the Year kind of talks died because TJ Watt had a great game.
He also got hurt.
Injured. So.
Yeah, he did get hurt as well. So if we look at TJ Watt, 3 total tackles, all of them solo, total tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 2 quarterback hits. I mean, he was having a great day, despite Joe Alt still being very amazing. It's not bad by any means, but again, it's TJ Watt. This is one of the best outside linebackers, rush outside linebackers of all time. We can.
Neighbors is leaving the field.
Yeah.
Also, Parsons went to the locker room.
Yeah, okay, now what the fuck is this?
What the fuck was that? Who just ran the ball for the Cowboys? Was that? Oh, that was their fullback Lipke. Oh yeah. Anyway, this was not expected by any of us, I don't think. Bo Nix gets his first NFL win. Tampa Bay Buccaneers get their first loss of the season. This was in Tampa. The Broncos and Sean Payton gallop into town and come away with a W. Bo Nix 25 for 36 for 216, no touchdowns, no picks, an 85.0 rating. Kind of game manager-y, but again, if you get the win, you get the win. So, who can really complain there? Rushing, Tyler Badai 9 for 70, Bo Nix 9 for 47 and a touchdown, Javonte Williams 5 for 12, and Jaleel McLaughlin 5 for 7 and a touchdown. Receiving 7 for 68 for Cortland Sutton, 6 for 37 for Lil Jordan Humphrey, 2 for 36 for Josh Reynolds, 4 for 29 for Javonte Williams, 1 for 13 for Adam Troutman, 2 for 11 for Troy Franklin. Then moving on to the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield 25 for 33 for 163, a touchdown, a single pick, 7 sacks, and an 8.3 rating. Again, the 7 sacks is what stands out. This is still a very, very good Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive line. So this was a great defensive performance by the Broncos. Bucky Irving running 9 for 70, Rachaad White 6 for 17. Moving on to receiving, Chris Godwin 6 for 53 and a touchdown, Kate Otten 7 for 47. Rachaad White 5 for 18, Mike Evans 2 for 17 on 3 targets, Bucky Irving 3 for 14. I will also say
have no answers.
that this man right here is nuts. Alex Singleton, in the first quarter of the game, tore his ACL on the field. It was not diagnosed on the field. It was just known that he had a knee injury and it hurt. And he played every single defensive snap in the entire game, was the leading tackler, and is now placed in IR for the rest of the season with the ACL injury.
I didn't even know that. He played the whole game tearing his ACL.
The whole game without one of his inner knee ligaments connected.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Iron Man of the week.
That is
I did not even know that.
Rivers behavior.
How much painkillers was he having? Jesus Christ.
All adrenaline.
Probably adrenaline. Honestly, probably adrenaline.
Probably. Like it's fucking Motrin or whatever the fuck. The morphine. I don't know.
I don't think they're giving players morphine. I don't think they're doing on that.
You
crazy.
Never know.
Yeah. But
you seen Aaron Rodgers high off a kite after his knee injury that one year?
That's Percocet. That's Perk Rodgers. Like,
what is this Brady Edelman commercial?
But again, this was a strong defensive performance from the Denver Broncos.
It's not like their
very
defense is bad either.
No, I mean they're coached
Oh,
by a defensive
yeah.
genius. Sean Payton is a very, very good solid.
I thought he was an offensive coordinator.
He was, but he's organized a very good defense. Again, like yes, you can cover an offensive defensive background, you can still do things well.
Yeah, historically, his defenses have always been pretty great, whether they were in Denver or New Orleans.
Yeah. Also like Pat Surtain, one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the league.
Up there.
Yeah.
Definitely up that conversation.
So Tampa Bay kind of falls apart here in this game, but I will say, like this team is going to struggle with some consistency issues. Obviously, being elevated to good this quickly. But I think they played a decent game for the most part of it. It's just that they couldn't punch the ball in. Only scoring 7 points, but still having a decent amount of stats. Couldn't run the ball great, pass the ball well. So, yeah. That's really all I have to say about this game. It was just a great performance by Denver. I still am not sure if Bo Nix is the guy for Denver, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm not a believer just yet. I also hate that name. It was a dumb thing when Bo Dallas was doing that to WWE. It's dumb now. Bo
Yeah.
Nix.
All right. Let's move on to the next game. Good win for the Broncos there to get in the win column.
Like I
I
said,
have no idea.
like I said earlier, I feel like this is the most damning thing about Bryce Young being the issue. Because this is the Carolina Panthers thing that it has the exact same offense as last year. It just replace the quarterback. It functions a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
Like I think Andy Dalton might have just buried Bryce Young.
Yeah. Andy Dalton walks in with the Panthers to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, and gets the win 36-22, the final score. He went 26 for 37 for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 sacks, and a 123.6 rating. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard also ran very well, 21 for 114, as well as Miles Sanders, 7 for 17. Brandon Autry just missed a kick for 51.
I just saw that, yeah.
Ooh, that's going to keep it interesting.
Aubrey just missed a kick.
Well, it was from 51 still.
Dang,
I feel like
he made 60-plus yarders.
No, I mean, regardless of that, I think once you get to the 50, once you get to like the 45, even then the 40, like the 40-yard distance kick, so a 40-yard kick or further, that is like good job on the kicker. If it's under that, it's like, hey, you should be making those.
It's 30 seconds to go. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to drive it all the way down and win the game, but fucking hell.
This is his first miss from 50+ in his career. Wow.
I drive 60 yards in 20 seconds with no timeouts.
Danny Dimes. Deep ball. Oh, okay.
Nearly intercepted.
Receiving, Deontay Johnson, 8 for 122 and a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, 5 for 55 and a touchdown. Xavier Legette, 2 for 42. Adam Thielen, 3 for 40 and a touchdown before his injury. Tommy Tremble, 3 for 29. Jonathan Mingo, 3 for 18. And Miles Sanders, 2 for 13. For the Raiders, the Mississippi Mud Flap, 18 for 28 for 214. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, and 85.4 rating, or 84.5 rating, excuse me. On the ground, Zamir White, 10 for 34. Gardner Minshew, 3 for 14. Aiden Mattison, 3 for 7 and a touchdown. Eventually, Aiden O'Connell came in and passing. He went 9 for 12 for 82 yards and a touchdown. Also took a sack himself. Receiving, Trey Tucker, 7 for 96 and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 7 for 62 and a touchdown. Brock Bowers, 3 for 41. Devontae Adams, 4 for 40 on 9 targets. Oh my God, Danny. Alexander Mattison, 3 for 37. Amir Abdullah, 2 for 13. And Michael Mayer, 1 for 7. Again, as Kate have said, this seems to be the nail in the Bryce Young coffin. The hardest thing to figure out when you have a young, high draft pick quarterback is he the problem or is the surrounding cast the problem? And I think with this game, it is a very clear sign that the problem is Bryce Young.
Yeah,
because
he's had 20 games in the NFL league.
Hold on.
And
If Carolina gets destroyed the next couple weeks, I'll just say Raiders are bad.
Could be. Oh my God. Danny Dimes with an absolute piss missile Interception.
Interception.
That's
Okay.
the game. Cowboys
That's the
win.
game.
Uh,
How about them Cowboys?
so, but again, like Andy Dalton is 36. He was 36.
30. What?
He is 36 years old. He was drafted in 2011 by Bengals. And yeah.
No, that wasn't. No. What?
He also, I hope he doesn't do this, but he has the ability to complete the revenge tour. He will be playing next week the Bengals, then week 5 the Bears, then week 9 the Saints, and week 15 the Cowboys. If he wins all of those games, he will have completed the revenge tour. So
I mean, there's no fucking way, even with him at QB, there's no fucking way the Panthers beat the Cowboys, right?
I don't think there should be a way they beat the Bengals. But then again, we'll have to talk about the Bengals' performance later on in the show. But, oof. But again, I mean, he was amazing. Like, 319 yards? Like, nuts, man.
I think the last time a Panthers quarterback had that much, it was like Cam.
Yeah. An amazing performance from him. And again, the Raiders still struggling. Their head coach said that guys were making business decisions, not trying when they should be. And so he's going to also make some business decisions on them. A lot of people have speculated who that might be.
It's also been said about quarterback because they're not ruling out a change apparently, but between AOC or Mr. Mississippi Mudflap, what I don't know which one you would rather pick here, personally.
Yep. But
We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
interesting situation there, but good win for the Panthers. Moving on.
A moonlight game, one might say.
This makes me very sad because obviously of Tua's injuries, not being able to play in this game, we missed out on the greatest meme potential ever. This was the Hawks versus Tua.
What the fuck? Hit the button on yourself, dipshit.
Did Kato just leave?
He's bad.
That was so bad, I nearly quit the podcast.
Oh my God.
I hate everything.
That was so
fucking piece of shit.
3-24 was the final score. I think Skylar Thompson, I believe, got hurt in this game as well, didn't he? So we
Yes,
saw
he
a
did.
Tim Boyle
Which
sighting.
is why you see Tim Boyle's name there. Yeah.
UConn quarterback Tim Boyle in the game.
Always
140
from UConn, that makes sense.
between Skylar Thompson and Tim Boyle. They went 20 for 32 for 140. They had 6 sacks in total, 78.4 rating. Running the ball, they couldn't. 18 for 65. 30 of those were Akane's for 11 carries, 2.7 average. Even receiving, Tyreek Hill 3 for 40. Like, if I were him, I would possibly consider a trade, like asking for a trade request, unless an actual like quarterback comes into the organization, because I feel like Tua should not. I don't know if it's smart for him to continue playing. Again, I'm not a medical expert or anything, but again, we've seen what lasting concussive damages can do to players and their mental health, as we've seen with Antonio Brown, and even sadder stories like Junior Seau. We don't want to see that happen
Hernandez.
if Hernandez. I mean, was it ever said it was CTE for him, or was he just that horrible of a person?
Wait, who?
He had
Hernandez.
CTE.
Yeah,
I thought he was just a piece of shit.
It's probably a bit of both, honestly.
yeah. I mean, how much can you blame on it? How much is it? You know, there's a whole medical and ethical situation that we're the football stooges, not the ethical stooges. If we're the ethical stooges, then everybody in this panel
Where
is
are we
fired.
unethical?
Yeah. Geno Smith, 26 for 34 for 289, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 3 sacks, and 86.5 rating. Charbonnet ran the ball for 91 yards and 18 carries, as well as McIntosh, 3 for 11. DK Metcalf, 4 for 104 and a touchdown. Noah Fant, 6 for 60. Tyler Lockett, 5 for 46. Jackson Smith and Najigba, 3 for 39. And Zach Charbonnet, 3 for 16. AJ Barner, also 3 for 13 as well. What can I say? A great
I
performance
feel like
from
I
the
just need to
Seahawks.
post this picture in chat. This is all it has to say about their defense. They pantsed them.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a great performance by the Seahawks. A little sloppy, 2 interceptions, as well as a fumble that Geno Smith was able to recover.
I did not want to see that.
So great,
Uploaded.
great job by the Seahawks getting it done, and the Dolphins are, I mean, not even treading water at this point until they get a
Yeah,
quarterback.
the hype train is officially derailed here.
If I were Tyreek Hill and you don't have a lot of like time left in the NFL, is apparently what he's saying, you know, unless retired at a certain specific time, I would start talking about possibly going to a team that, you know, needs receivers. If he goes back to the Chiefs, I am going to.
Come to Green Bay.
He's planning on going to OnlyFans.
Come to Green Bay.
I mean, where wouldn't Tyreek Hill fit? Like, I mean, obviously it's money. Money's the main issue. So obviously,
considering what he said, what he wants to do when he leaves the NFL, I'm not going
to.
Chargers.
Where would
and
he
Rams.
not fit?
Yeah. I mean, he can't go to the Bengals because of money.
If he goes to Rams.
I mean, are the Rams in a better situation than the Dolphins? I mean, yeah, Matt Stafford, but at the same time, like, what their defense isn't doing jack shit. Like, they got a good win, as we'll talk about soon.
You
but,
take
like, at the same
injuries
time,
out of the equation, it's essentially the same scenario, honestly.
Well, yeah, but also at the same time, like, when he's out there, like, why the Rams won him? That would put Puka Nacua in the wide receiver 3 slot. You come out in certain formations, you don't even have 3 receivers out there. I don't think that's worth it for the Rams. Like, you're going for an older guy when you have 2 younger receivers, especially Nacua is very young. You wouldn't want to do that.
Yep.
I mean, pair him up with DK Metcalf. Like, maybe the Seahawks. Pair him up with DK Metcalf. Can you imagine that? That's like Calvin Johnson playing next to,
it would be an upgrade over Lockett, I'd say, but...
Lockett's also getting old.
Yeah.
Lockett is also getting old. I don't think they would trade with Lockett, but again, 31 for receiver is much, much older. How's Tyler Lockett found a second career? Yeah, he's retiring soon. He's going to real estate. He's there. Oh, Father Time is banging on his door. Yeah, just like what would Miami be willing to trade Tyreek for is what you have to give up. You know, so there's some big questions
if
there.
they even want to trade him. I mean, didn't they just sign to like a minor extension this offseason?
I think so. I mean, fuck it, send him to the to the Vikings. Him and Justin Jefferson would be totally unfair.
Oh.
Let me see what it was. Because I remember something about this when I talked about it over the offseason.
All right, this game, Ravens Cowboys.
Ravens
Weird.
almost blew it.
Who's going to show they're a fraud more?
Yeah, the Ravens did win the game, and they did it in the way they should have, which was just running the ball when they have this much athletic talent. And the Cowboys tried to come back into the game, but they dug themselves a hole too far early to be able to really come out of it. So Lamar Jackson, 12 for 15 for 182, 1 touchdown, no picks, no sacks, and 139.4 rating. Very good, very serviceable. Not a ton of big numbers, but still very good. He did run for 87 yards and a touchdown, and Derrick Henry had a field day, 25 for 151 and 2 touchdowns. That $500,000 he's paying to keep his body in shape every year is amazing, obviously, as you can tell. Justice Hill also ran for 33 yards on 5 carries. 274 rushing yards. That's a lot. That's the most I've seen in the NFL in a while. Receiving, Aguilar 156, Kolar 1 for 30, Rashad Bateman 3 for 28 and a touchdown, Derrick Henry 1 for 23, Justice Hill 2 for 21, and Zay Flowers 3 for 20. They were able to be this good in the run game because they were able to stay ahead of the sticks and challenge anything the Cowboys had in the box and just blow them over. I mean, they have amazing blocking from guys like Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, and even their Hill, their fullback. So I believe he's their fullback. I think Justice Hill is their fullback. He's listed as a running back, but great job there. Dak Prescott, 28 for 51 for 379, 7.4 average, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks, and 91.9 rating. Rico Dwaddle, 8 for 32. Dak Prescott, 2 for 7 and a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 3 for 6. Deuce Vaughn, 2 for 5, and Kevontae Turpin, 1 for 1. 51 total rushing yards. If the Cowboys were a single rushing person, a single player, their total rushing yards for the team would be third for the Baltimore Ravens total rushing yardage for this game. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry both ran for more yards individually than the entire Cowboys organization that day. Jake Ferguson, 6 for 95 for receiving. CeeDee Lamb 4 for 67. Devontae Turpin 3 for 51 and a touchdown. Jalen Tolbert 3 for 42 and a touchdown. Hunter Lepke 2 for 41. Jalen Brooks 1 for 24. Rico Dwaddle 3 for 24 and Brandon Cooks 2 for 16. The Ravens kind of, I think, obviously didn't. If they watch this podcast, that'd be great. I told them to run the ball, but they kind of realized, hey, we got Derrick Henry and great blocking. We might as well run the ball. And they took advantage of a Cowboys defense that is struggling under the new leadership of Mike Zimmer. Not doing so great this season thus far. The Cowboys did just get a win tonight, as we'll talk about, but yikes.
Yikes.
Big yikes. Any thoughts on this game at all, gentlemen?
I think I want to move on.
I mean,
This was just a
Cowboys as usual.
Oh,
this was just a
also,
game
I
I
found.
had to
Also,
watch.
this game I found out you're only allowed 2 onside kicks a game
Oh yeah,
with the new rules.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think that
so
should be a
dumb.
rule. Yeah, you should be able to do as much as you want. Yeah. Ridiculousness. All right. Next up, a surprising game. Very surprising game. 27 to 24, the final score. The Rams win the game by 3 on a game-winning field goal. And a comeback win against the Niners. Brock Purdy, 22 for 30 for 292, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack, a 137.1 rating. Jordan Matson on the ground, 19 for 71. Brock Purdy, 10 for 41. Isaiah Guerrero, 5 for 19, a 137 total rushing yards. Receiving, Juwan Jennings, 175 receiving yards on 11 receptions and 3 touchdowns. Brendan Ayuk, 5 for 48. Eric Strubert, 2 for 41. Ronnie Bell, 1 for 12. Jordan Matson, 2 for 11. And Kyle Juszczyk, 1 for 6. Moving on to the Rams, Matthew Stafford, 16 for 25 for 221, an 8.8 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 3 sacks, and 105.6 rating. And on the ground, Kieran Williams, 24 for 89 and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Tutu 12, 4 for 93, DeMarcus Robinson, 1 for 32, Jordan Whittington, 3 for 28, Kieran Williams, 2 for 27 and a touchdown, Kobe Parkinson, 3 for 21, and Tyler Johnson, 3 for 20. As far as kicking goes, a missed kick from Jake Moody from distance was tough, but Joshua Carty came through and was able to hit the game-winning field goal to secure the win for the Rams at home in a stadium that is usually dominated by Niners fans, and definitely was that game. The one thing I'll say about this is this was a great comeback win for the Rams that still shows that they can be competitive in this league, and they still have weapons even if Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua aren't playing in the game. But on top of this, on the San Francisco 49ers, people that keep talking about Brock Purdy not being a good quarterback in the NFL need to shut up. Like, the
It's
stats.
not his fault.
Yeah, this game is not Brock Purdy. Like, look at that. 22 for 30 for 292, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack taken, 137.1 rating, also ran for 41 yards as a generally kind of pocket passing quarterback. Isn't even a improviser kind of guy. Like, great game for Brock Purdy all around.
Looks at the San Fran injury list. Oh, God. Looks at the year. It's an even year. Dear God.
Yeah, it's not great this far. Hopefully they can get Christian McCaffrey back because that is a big part of their offense. But they still have weapons.
Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, Deebo Samuel's another one. Still Brandon Ayuk and Juwan Jennings
Kittle,
so he can still be good.
Trent
Kittle's
Williams
out.
got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They still have Juice.
Hargrave's out now.
Yeah, Kyle Juszczyk.
Yep.
So, but
They have-
again,
they have Jennings, who I left on my fucking bench in my other league. Thank God I won, but 41 points.
the Niners definitely need to turn it around and start figuring out how to win games, especially with the injuries they have. And the Rams, you want to hopefully continue this winning attitude and ability to win while you're injured. So both these teams banged up already early in the season, so it's going to be very tough to continue to win games for both sides. But again, both teams are still very good. So great win there by the Rams. Tough loss for the Niners, especially when there were very little like mistakes. It seemed like one fumble from Purdy. He still did very well. Like, yeah, great performance. Moving on to the Lions and Cardinals. Interesting game. Very low scoring between two teams that have very good offenses usually, but the Lions were able to have a very balanced attack. And I think that was the key for them there. 20-13 the final score. Goff 18 for 23 for 199, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 2 sacks, and 113.6 rating. Montgomery on the ground was great for them. 23 for 105 and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs 16 for 83 as well. 187 total rushing yards is an amazing stat to have. Amon-Ra St. Brown 7 for 75 receiving for a touchdown. Sam Laporta 2 for 36. Brock White 4 for 34. Jahmyr Gibbs. How does he have 0? That's got to be a typo. 0 receptions for 20 yards. David Montgomery 3 for 17.
Because it was the pass to a trimmer who, and then he pitched it back for the trick play.
Oh yeah, it was a hook
Jahmyr
and
Gibbs.
ladder. It was a hook and ladder, right? The hook and ladder for a touchdown. I always love those plays.
That was amazing.
Kyler Murray for the Cardinals, 21 for 34 for 207, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 sack, a 76.5 rating. He also ran the ball the most for 45 total yards. Their main runner, James Conner, 9 for 17 for a 1.9 average rushing. That's not going to cut it well for a rushing attack. 77 total yards of rushing. Again, that would have been third if it was a single player playing for the Lions. Both Gibbs and Montgomery individually had more rush yards than the entire Arizona Cardinals organization. Marvin Harrison Jr., 5 for 64 and a touchdown. Michael Wilson, 8 for 64. Greg Dortch, 3 for 35. Trey McBride, 3 for 25. And Elijah Higgins, 1 for 11. Again, more balanced attack from the Lions. Be able to run and pass the ball, stay ahead of the sticks. They were able to really control the game. And they were able to contain Kyler Murray, who ran all over who did they play last week? Why can't I remember? Crap. The Rams. Ran all over the Rams. But they were able to contain him. They got a sack from Hutchinson, obviously, and then a couple passes deflected, as well as 2 QB hits from Hutchinson and 2 from Levi. Holy crap. Onzun, what the heck?
Not even gonna try.
Onzun Wikire? Yeah, that's nuts. Anyway, a solid win by the Lions, especially in a lower scoring game. Any thoughts about this one, gentlemen?
It was
Nothing.
a tough game.
Not really.
Like, I don't think Arizona's bad right now.
No, definitely not. I just don't think they're as complete as the Lions, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But Jared Goff did had an off day.
Definitely had an off day. But hey, if you have an off day and you win, that's a really good sign. But yeah, great job by the Lions. I don't think this performance will cut it, especially now that the NFC North is looking very good, minus the Bears. But good to get a win. Good to be 2-1 and not 1-2 or 0-3. Moving on, we had the Sunday night game, which was like the ref ball is just blatant at this point.
Falcons did not help themselves.
Yes. So let me get into the stats and I'll show a picture. 22-17 the final score from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The first time that Sunday Night Football has been in Atlanta in a long time. Mahomes went 26 for 39 for 217 for 2 touchdowns and 1 pick and an 87.2 rating. Their lead rusher was Carson Steele, a rookie out of Ball State and UCLA, 17 for 72. Samaje Perine 6 for 25. Patrick Mahomes 8 for 16. Xavier Worthy 3 for 13. Receiving, Rashee Rice 12 for 110 and a touchdown. Travis Kelce 4 for 30. Juju Smith-Schuster 2 for 17 and a touchdown. Xavier Worthy 2 for 17. Samaje Perine 3 for 15. Justin Watson 1 for 13. There we go. Noah Gray 1 for 13 and Carson Steele 1 for 2. For the Falcons, Kirko 20 for 29 for 231 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, 89.7 rating. Decent day for him. Tyler Algier 7 for 32. Bijan Robinson 16 for 31 and a touchdown. Raymond McLeod 1 for 20. Receiving, Drake London 6 for 67 and a touchdown. Darnell Mooney 8 for 66. Kyle Pitts 2 for 59. Bijan Robinson 2 for 21. And Raymond McLeod the third 2 for 17. In the end, there was a missed pass interference call. That is right here. And this is absolutely ridiculous. This was in the end zone that would have given the Falcons, I believe, the lead at this point. And yeah, it was not called. As you can see, the defender's head is not turned. He is impeding the movement of the receiver. He's literally
And pushing him away from the ball.
Yeah, pushing him away from the ball and holding him down with both his arms. Like Logan Wilson, like, oh my god, I'm gonna pull this up. Like, this was a game-winning pass interference call against Logan Wilson in the Super Bowl 3 years ago now. Almost 3 years ago. Like, that gets called against the Bengals and wins the Super Bowl for the Rams. That doesn't get called? Are you kidding me?
What do you want to say?
Like, it feels like all of America knows that the refs are favoring the Chiefs.
Yeah, that or the officiating crew has the same guy from that Lions Cowboys game.
What is up with your mic,
What
bro?
is up with your mic? Holy fuck.
What?
You sound like a battle droid from
Robot.
Star Wars.
But you're muted, by the way.
I forgot to But yeah, you sound like a fucking android.
Oh my.
Can you say Roger, real quick?
Roger. It sounds fine on my end. I don't know what you're talking about.
Could you say Mr. Roboto?
Domo arigato.
You could try
Falcons. I will
disconnecting
say
and
this.
reconnect.
Yeah, I will say this: the Falcons did not help themselves doing that fourth down play of going to side again.
Yeah. The quickest way to a position is a straight line. Now, sometimes that straight line might be through Chris Jones, which is a little bit more difficult, but it's still a straight line.
My voice still fucked up?
Nope,
There
you're
you
good.
Very good.
There you go.
Okay, well.
So, do I feel like the Falcons should have won this game? I don't know. I feel like it should have been a little bit closer. And also that pass interference call was, like, missed call was horrible. But it definitely shows that the Chiefs do have some gaps in their
And
armor.
they also inherited something from the Patriots dynasty. Love for the refs.
Even the Patriots wasn't this bad, because the Patriots calls would be calls. No, the Patriots. Here's the difference: the Patriots would be calls through the game. The Chiefs, it is like game-winning calls. There's a difference.
We had a few game-winning calls in our time.
A few.
I'm thinking
The
like
past
AFC
3
one.
games have been game-winning calls. There was one against the Bengals last week that got them into field goal range. There was another one in the first week against the Ravens that got them down to like the 3-yard line in order to get a touchdown. And the only thing that prevented them from not getting that back on them was Isaiah Likely's feet being a size too large. And now they have one that prevents the Falcons from winning by a non-pass interference call. This is 3 straight games that the Chiefs have won. They are 3 flags away or non-flags away from being 0-3 and not 3-0.
I'll believe it if this next game they have a tuck rule in their favor and they win on that.
That is the only thing that the Chiefs don't have that the Patriots did have, is a rule made because of them. So, but
The Ravens had a whole bunch of that happen to us because we would beat John Harbaugh with like a trick play, and then he'd get that banned by being a bitch about it.
I do wonder, Kato, does it feel cathartic?
In a way.
Seeing it on the other side.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing with this, in my opinion, is that like so many people know the refs are in the Chiefs' favor that like people who aren't into football that much know it. That's how bad it is. And do you really want that? NFL, Roger Goodell as like the calling card, your new America's team, your most popular team. Like the Chiefs, I kid you not. You can look this up. There is a fucking Hallmark movie coming out about the Chiefs and Christmas that has Donna Kelsey in it and Andy Reid. Are you shitting me? I already hate this team enough. They're getting a fucking Hallmark movie?
Kiss
I
got a few
don't-
like Christmas movies, and everybody
I don't
hates
want
their
the
movie.
Bengals to have a Hallmark movie. I don't think NFL should have a Hallmark movie. Like, this is...
I think the only weirder movie I know that's coming out soon is like that Pharrell Williams biopic. They're doing it all like Lego for some reason.
Like,
They're doing like Lego movie style animation.
It feels like Goodell or somebody is trying to make this like the Showtime Lakers of like football.
Well, it's better
Popular with
than
everybody and in pop culture, and you know, like it just it's sickening.
If the Chiefs are getting the America's team moniker, it's better than when the Cowboys got it when all they were doing was just hanging out in strip clubs and slitting people's throats in barber chairs.
Yeah, but still, this also Travis Kelce has still nowhere to be found after 3 weeks.
That's bad.
Holy crap, Doug Peterson.
I mean, just look at the quarterback stats. That should say it all.
Now with the Saints loss, and also just because of the level of this win, MVP favorites Josh Allen right now.
Sure.
Like, especially with like what this team has lost as far as weapons. I mean,
Yeah.
they have.
Can I also just?
I
can
would
also just
say
you-
the. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can you also imagine at any point during this this season that we're going to see a quarterback duel between Kissin' Titties and McCorkle Jones?
Mac Jones and
Seriously.
Mitchell Trubisky, what the fuck? Oh man.
Yeah, if you had to
Jeez.
put Mac in, you know it's over.
Yeah. Jeez.
Speechless. He's speechless.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand how the Bills are still this good. Because I feel like they've lost so much. Like, yes, James Cook has taken a step forward, but again, they don't run the ball a ton with him.
Yeah,
and
on paper, this team looked like they were going to suck, or at least take a step back. But
yeah. I mean, because they lost Stephon Diggs, that was their biggest weapon, and now their biggest
good chunk of their
receiving
defense
weapon.
left.
Well, they have. I will say I think they have the best tight end room in the league.
Kincaid and
Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. That's
a
really
good tandem.
That's a good tandem. That's probably one of the best tandems we've seen since maybe Gesicki and Hunter Henry.
Or Bowers and Mayer.
Leave me alone!
You should have expected that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, Mayer still hasn't come into the receiving end of it as well, but yeah. But again, the Bills handled business. 23 for 30 for Josh Allen for 263 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 8.8 average, 142.1 rating. He also was a lead rusher, 6 for 44. James Cook, 11 for 39 and a touchdown. Ray Davis, 7 for 22 and a touchdown. Ty Johnson, 3 for 18. The Bills had 122 rushing yards. They did what they wanted with this Jackson defense. Khalil Shakir, 6 for 72 and a touchdown. James Cook, 4 for 48. Dalton Kincaid, 3 for 41 and a touchdown. Ty Johnson, 3 for 28 and a touchdown. Keon Coleman, 1 for 24 and a touchdown. Josh Allen might be Oprah Winfrey this game. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Like, everybody was eating. Like, this was Thanksgiving dinner, and the Jaguars were the main course. Endangered species or not. Trevor Lawrence, 21 for 38 for 178, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 4 sacks, 65.5 rating. Not a horrible performance from him. Travis Etienne, 11 for 68. Ernest Johnson, 2 for 12. Tank Bigsby, 2 for 9. Christian Kirk receiving 8 for 78. Brian Thomas Jr., 5 for 48. Gabe Davis, 2 for 18. Parker Washington, 2 for 18. Travis Etienne, 4 for 17. Brenton Strange, 2 for 12 and a touchdown. This was just an old-fashioned thralloping on primetime television on a Monday night. Not much to be said about it.
Now. Jacksonville has dropped 7 positions to be 30th after this loss. They're down there with the Panthers and the Titans.
Also, great quarterback pressure. Von Miller looks like he's kind of back. One from Javon Solomon. You have another sack from Espacina. One for Jamarcus Ingram. One from Casey Toohill. Like, great job by this Bills defense, especially, as I'll say again, in absence of one of the best middle linebackers in the league, and Matt Milano is out for the year again.
Yep.
Yeah, great performance from the Bills to be able to do what they needed to do and do it well. So they're looking up and up. And as for the Jaguars, it might be time for a coaching change.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the Doug Peterson era might
Yeah.
be over if this trend continues.
I'm just really worried that if the Bengals decide to fire Zach Taylor, they'll start talking to Doug Peterson. If Doug Peterson's also fired,
Oh,
then
that would
I
be
will
funny.
cry.
That would be
That
honestly
would be
funny.
hilarious.
Speaking of crying,
So Jaden Daniels, the best rookie of this year.
Sure seems like it. I mean, so Lob's gonna be stroking out reading these stats.
Joe
I feel like.
Alt still, for me, is
I'd
better.
say QB, best QB rookie.
QB?
Sorry, best QB rookie.
Yeah, we haven't seen Michael Penis Jr. play yet, so we haven't really seen that. But
Like,
I mean,
you lost, but it was a good game, honestly, to watch. It's like the Patriots Seahawks game last week 2. This was a good game to watch and good effort by both teams. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
first game since the 40s where no punts, no turnovers. So that's something that
I am
hang your hat on.
I'm very happy with the offense. Did a great job. The defense, I don't know how we go out and we give Mahomes one of the roughest performances he's ever had. They're able to challenge that very, very talented offense that Andy Reid is able to draw up so well. And then we come in and the Commanders we literally cannot stop them. And not a figurative, we literally cannot stop the Commanders from scoring. I don't know how that happens.
I feel like it might have been a jinx, but like what I did with Mamba, but Cam Taylor-Britt talking shit about Cliff Kingsbury before the game. So,
Yeah.
and his college offense. So
Not great.
well, because that college offense kind of torched you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
It did. We couldn't get, like, look at the quarterback hits. One from Geno Stone, one from Zach Carter, one from Jay Tufale, and then as far as sacks, we only had one. Zach Carter and Tufale came together and got a
Oh, you
half
had one
sack
from
each,
Hendrickson, too.
and one from Henderson as well. So we weren't able to hit the quarterback at all. Burrow got sacked twice, which is good.
Not even for 10 yards, though.
Yeah. So nothing really crazy there, but like neither defense could stop each other. Offensively, ran the ball very well. 124 rushing yards between Chase Brown and Zach Moss. Great there. Passing the ball, Burrow 29 for 38 for 324, 3 interceptions, 3 TDs, no interceptions, 2 sacks, and 127.5 rating. Yeah, he had Burrow did great. The whole thing about Shannon Sharp saying this was Joe Burrow's fault, no. Joe Burrow can't go out and play defense.
This is the point where I had to be the skeptic of this. Sharp, you're wrong.
Yeah,
Burrow
he went out,
fine.
played the game he needed to play, did what his job was, and again, the weakest link in the chain was the 11 links on defense because it was we couldn't stop the run because our entire interior defensive line is injured. We're down to Jay Tufale, who's been good, and then we're also down to, I believe, Josh. Is it Josh? No, it's not Josh Newton. It's a cornerback. We signed a former Patriot.
Oh yeah, you guys got a
Lawrence Guy.
Hill? Oh no, Guy. I forgot you guys got Guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
we
guy.
just signed Lawrence Guy, 34-year-old out of Arizona State. Not a horrible player, but at the same time, there's a reason he wasn't playing for a team. Is 34 for defensive tackle, is a little old. And I saw him a couple times walking, and I was like, oh my god.
I think
but again, we're so injured
in the regime change.
Yeah, we're so injured there. Like our rookie Chris Jenkins Jr. is out. Our mainstay BJ Hill is out. We also have our Houston Texans guy. Still can't remember his name. I don't want to remember his name. He's been shit. Rankins has looked like shit, and then also isn't playing now. And now we just lost Orlando Brown. He's not going to be a Bengal ever again. If Mims turns out well at all, he'll be cut the second he's healthy.
Brown's out now too, which I mean,
that's why I said
he was
Trent
injury
Brown.
prone here.
I meant to say Trent Brown. Yeah.
Yeah. He was injury prone in New England too. I mean, I could have warned you when you took him. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, all that weight on his knees. I mean, he's the heaviest player in the NFL. Or at least the heaviest.
Yeah, and it's
lineman.
always been like either knee or hand injuries with the guy too. So.
Yeah. Jamar Chase 6 for 118 and 2 touchdowns. Yeshovas 5 for 52 and a touchdown. Gasecki 4 for 47. T. Higgins 3 for 39. Moss 5 for 39. And Eric All, who I will say, Duke Tobin. I'll give you a little bit of a break here. We needed a tight end. You drafted Eric All, and he's a little injury prone. So if he stays healthy, he's looked very good so far. You put him at fullback, a former Michigan guy at fullback on the Bengals. I nearly had to change my underwear.
Isn't All out of Iowa, which is like a tight end factory.
He
out
played
there.
1 year for Iowa where he was banged up there. I don't count him as a Hawkeye. I count him as a Wolverine.
Okay.
He's a very like dual threat kind of guy. He can lay it up, lock down, and he can also catch very well. There was a moment where he did catch the ball and then turned it 17 times like a fucking Rubik's cube and finally pulled it in. So I'm like, catch it, then move. But again, got to give props to Jaden Daniels. Like 21 for 23 for 254, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, 141.7 rating. He also was lead rusher with 39 yards. 1 touchdown for him, Eckler and Robinson all on the ground before Eckler's injury. Obviously, they had 108 rushing yards. McLaurin 4 for 100 receiving yards and a touchdown. Luke McCaffrey, yes, in relation to Christian, 3 for 44. Yeah. Zach Ertz 5 for 38. Noah Brown 3 for 29. Austin Eckler 2 for 22, and Damian Brown 2 for 16.
Did you happen to see the replay of that McLaurin touchdown? Because that was like highlight reel worthy.
I don't have a play of it.
Let me see. Let me see if I can get a. I'll see if I can pull it up.
I don't know if we can show it anyway, but who cares? It doesn't really show much of anything. Nope. But like, I don't think this is a personnel issue in our defense because still we have a lot of really good guys. Like, I still like Sam Hubbard, even though for some reason he can only get through the offensive line. It's a run play, not a. It's like a Madden thing. I don't know how, but like you have a defensive lineman that's a run stopper. He can't hit the quarterback, but if it's a run play, he's right there. Like and you're like, how do you not do that on a? Like, again, I don't understand the super intricacies of football, but that doesn't make sense to me. Cam Britt is still a very good corner, and he was getting torched this game. Dax Hills looked a lot better. He was getting torched. Von Bell's a solid guy. I will say one personnel thing that I would change. Jermaine Pratt, love the guy. He's a great tackler, good for us in the middle linebacker position. He is starting to look pretty slow. And so he's 28. I don't think that's too old. I don't know what's going on, but like, this was not a good game from him, in my opinion. Joseph Osai just couldn't get to the court. I mean, we couldn't get to the quarterback at all, basically. Only 2 sacks. And you can usually get a little bit more pressure than that. Chris Jenkins Jr. did come in for a little bit and play, but not much. I don't know why we're not putting him in more with so many struggles in the middle of the defensive line. It's just rough. Rough defensively. And this isn't a coordinator thing. Like, Lou Anarumo has been an amazing defensive coordinator for us, and obviously has really challenged Mahomes every time he's played the Chiefs. But, like, how do we not shut down the Commanders, who have an offense that is good but not world class? I don't get it. Like, this is a consistency issue. And at this point, I would be sending messages to Ed Orgeron for defensive line coach or head coach at this point. Fuck it. Like, we're the Bayou Bengals. Might as well own it. Let's go get Justin Jefferson. And what was it? ETN was their running back, maybe? I don't know. Ugh. Okay.
All right.
Final one.
Should we talk about the Cowboys Giants?
The Cowgirls. Oh, yep. Come on. ESPN. There we go. A lot closer than it should have been. This game just ended. Cowboys 20, Giants 15. Prescott 22 for 27 for 221 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack, 125-point rating. Much better than last week. Rico Dwaddle 1146 rushing. Ezekiel Elliott 5 for 19. They still can't get the rushing game going. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb 7 for 98 and a touchdown. Jake Ferguson 7 for 49. Jaden Tolbert 3 for 24. Brandon Cooks 1 for 16. Rico Dwaddle 1 for 15. And Hunter Lupke 2 for 14. Then for the Giants, Daniel Jones 29 for 40. That's just like bad percentage. 281 yards of passing, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 sack, 81.4 rating. Devin Singletary 14 for 24. Daniel Jones 4 for 3, and Tyrone Tracy Jr. 4 for 2. Neither of these teams could run the ball, especially the Giants. Only 26 total rush yards. Receiving, Blake Neighbors still proves to be a very, very solid receiver. 12 for 115. Wanda Robinson, 11 for 71. Darius Slayton, 3 for 56. Tyrone Tracy Jr., 1 for 19. And Devin Singletary, 1 for 14. I think the biggest thing people will be talking about from this game, obviously the Cowboys getting a little bit back on track and winning a game they're supposed to, even though it was close, would be the injuries. There was an injury to Diggs where he was shaken up for a bit, did come back and play. But then Malik Neighbors and Micah Parsons were both taken off the field and into the locker room.
Schechter has anything to say about that? Probably too early, but
far too early. The game ended less than an hour ago, so. but could have lasting implications for both teams for the
True,
future.
very true.
So
It's almost like Thursday night games should not happen.
yeah, but the info's not going to get rid of that Amazon money.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
so Parsons got carted off. It's a left foot injury. Nothing on Neighbors yet. So just like a minor ankle thing. Because if it's like something long term, like an ACL or Achilles, it's gonna devastate the Cowboys.
Yeah, it will. But other than that, it was pretty well played by both teams. Neither of them could really punch it in a couple instances when they started to get closer and closer. But again, both seem to have decent kickers, obviously. Greg Joseph hit a 52-yarder. Audrey hit a 60-yarder. He missed his first ever 50-plus yard field goal, which is nuts at this point.
Yeah.
I believe I saw a stat that if he was in fantasy, by normal statistical rules, even in a catch or points per catch league, or PPR league, points per reception, if he was a tight end and he was still getting kicker stats, obviously, he'd be the number one tight end.
Oh, he's my kicker in my other league, and managed to get me 11 points. So I'll take that to start out this week.
I wish that first game, they actually went for the 70-yarder field goal.
I mean, he could do it.
They call it timeout. Yeah, he could
do
it.
Yeah. But yeah, not much else to say about this game. But the injuries are gonna be the biggest note from this. We don't know about them yet. So
yeah.
Yep.
All right. That is, again, one of our longer weeks where every single team is playing. I think this week is another one like that. When do buys start? 6? Week 6?
Week 5, week 6?
5. Week 5, because there's 4 teams. Eagles, Lions, and 2 others.
Early buys. Ooh, Eagles, Lions.
Chargers, and Titans, too. Okay.
Well, thing is, though, we'll actually
Chargers
help.
Use it, actually.
Chargers could use it.
Yep. All
Especially
right.
with Herbert banged it.
Before we get into our predictions, let's go ahead and do some of our other segments real quick. Mamba, who was your MVP of the week from last week?
I'm gonna give it to
Mike
young rook,
Ditka.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
See that or Dalton,
bro.
Yeah. Or even Allen as well. Josh Allen.
You do it like a award show thing. The nominees are Andy Dalton, Jaden Daniels, Jawan Jennings,
and Mike Ditka.
My dick.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on into gambling with Gorlami.
Here
we go.
All money last week. I don't want to take out another mortgage. That's pretty fucking whack, bro.
All right.
Let's see this shitty ass lineup I made in a matter of 30 seconds.
Wow.
Oh my. Honestly, that's not terrible, but yeah, it's not that bad.
So, quarterback, Brock Purdy. But steal at running back to save some money. Ramondre Stevenson at running back. I think he's going to bounce back. Mike Evans, I know he's questionable, but he's due. Jane Reed, I trust the man. My life. That's all that needs to be said. Xavier Worthy, he's fast. Run real fast. Goddard, because who the fuck else you gonna throw to? Flex, I got Sutton. I ran out of money. And I took the Bears because the Rams are hurting, and the defense for the Bears is still pretty good.
Fair point.
Yeah, fair. I thought it was against the Chargers, and I was about to be like, you're going to get cooked, but that's the Bears. Or the Rams, so, I mean, you'll be fine, I think.
Yeah.
All right. That was Gambling with Gorlami. Thank you for the picks there. Let's go ahead and move on to our next segment.
Very welcome, Bob.
The Tank Bowl.
He angrily put the Eagles in there again.
No, they won. No,
You really want to count that as a win, though?
No, I don't want to, but they do. NFL, what the fuck? You gonna make me actually change most of this shit?
Oh. The real question, we'll start from the bottom. Do the Carolina Panthers, for the first time in over a year, get moved?
No.
Yes.
What?
They do?
They go to stinky. Carolina took a shower. Woo.
Jaguars gonna be put at worst.
Oh.
I can agree with that.
Over the Titans?
Yeah. Like it's
Is it
Jaguars,
like this?
Giants.
This?
So
The Giants would go up.
The Giants could go
Jaguars.
Neighbors has been making it look good.
yeah.
Making it
So
look
then you have
better.
a question. Which one's
with
here?
the Titans.
Titans?
Yeah, and then take Broncos out, put Cleveland as bad. And then I
You
guess
just
we
really
just
want to
maybe-
favor that whole Andy Dalton thing, don't you, Lob?
No, I'm. This is all massive. I'm just moving it where he says.
Yeah,
Keep trying to
I'm
chip-
trying to. Thing is, though, like you could put all 5 of them as worst. Oh,
I feel like the
yeah.
Dolphins should be part of this question.
Maybe like that's an honorable mention because without Tua, it is
Yeah.
rough. But
Them, the Bengals. I feel
I mean,
like
if they start Tim Boyle, you know it's over.
I'll keep it as that right now because Bengals and Miami's in the honorable mention, but they weren't like on paper they're not bad. Like
Yeah,
I think the Bengals are just unlucky right now, and then Dolphins was
unmotivated.
just
They're unmotivated.
and then the Dolphins is just injury to Tua.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the
Yeah.
take bowl of the week from Maston. All right. Now we are back, and we are going to give our predictions. And I finally remembered to get them
Yeah.
put in. So here we are.
Oh,
Leading the way is a tie between K-Duff and Macedon, 36 and 22, where Lamy and Mamba are technically tied, though Lamy will have the edge with less losses at 32 and 22, and Mamba is 32 and 24, and I'm in last, 27 and 23. I usually do pretty good on these, so I need to step my game up a little bit. So we'll start with the Saints and
Not
Falcons.
taking the Bengals.
Saints and Falcons. This is kind of a tough one because Falcons are a little bit better, but I did like how the Saints were operating in the early part of the season. I think they're going to be able to bounce back on a tough loss. Even if this game is in Atlanta, I'll take the Saints by 3 in this one.
I'm gonna go Falcons by 3. Let's go opposite of you.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'll go New Orleans by 2.
Kirko wakes up tripping like this by 6.
Give me Saints by 6.
All right. Rams Bears from Soldier Field.
Pretty easy for you. I don't know what you're umming about.
I don't know, man. I don't think anyone in your coaching staff has better knowledge in football than Matthew Stafford, so I'll take the Rams by 5.
Going Bears.
You
Bears
cut
by
out. You
what?
said by what?
3.
Bears by 3. Okay.
Sorry, Eberflus is a dumbass. LA by 8.
I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but the Bears by 4.
Give me the Bears by 3.
All right, Vikings and Packers. Jordan Love is still questionable for this game. Has not been said if he will or won't play, but he is hopeful. So, yeah. This is in Green Bay, and for that reason, I think they'll be able to pull it off. I think the pass rush will be able to get to Sam Darnold, and when that happens, I don't know if he'll be able to be as assertive as he's been the last 3 games. So I'll take the Packers in this one in overtime by 3.
Don't get bonus points for it being an OT.
No,
gotta
I'm
go
just
with-
saying.
I gotta go with the Darnold by 3.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, because Vikings have an offense, but the Packers have a defense. both things that neither team has really had
I-
in elite say.
I could see either team, but Minnesota by 2.
Give me the good old green and gold by 4.
Okay, so on a tiebreaker here.
Fucking tie.
It'd be funny, but no. I'm gonna have to say, fuck it. Yeah, go Pack, go by 10.
Okay. Next up,
I'll stay. I am scared if Aaron Jones is gonna go on a revenge tour.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to see.
He did send a really nice letter to Packer fans, though. I did like that.
Steelers and Colts next up. This is from Indianapolis, Indiana. I just like Mike Tomlin's defense. It's such a genius with it, and Anthony Richardson has, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the year. Yeah, I'm gonna take. As much as it hurts me to say it, I'm gonna take the Steelers in this one by 7.
I am going Steelers by 14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying TJ Watts by 5.
I was gonna say Pittsburgh Watts by 6.
Steelers gonna Super Bowl by 7.
Broncos
Here,
Jets.
paper.
I think the Jets will be able to win this one, even with the very good defense that the Broncos are be able to put out. It'll be close. I'll take the Jets by 3.
I am gonna go Jets by 7.
Do not sleep on the Jets defense. They're not bad. Jets by 8.
Jets by 10.
Give me the Jets by 9.
Next up, Eagles and Buccaneers. I think this one, even though this was the Buccaneers destroying the Eagles' hopes at the end of the season in the playoffs last year, I think this is the Eagles' revenge game, and some of them will take this very personally. And even though the Buccaneers have been rolling on strong to start the season, I will take the Eagles in this one by 5.
I'm gonna go Buccaneers by
By what? You cut out again.
3.
3.
All right. Barkley's gonna bail out Sirianni again. Philly by 4.
You want a Philly by 6. In Foles we trust.
Give me Baker, Bucky, and the Bucks by 6.
All right. Bengals playing in Carolina. I was low-key thinking about going to this game, but it's going to be a little too busy for it.
I guess you're cheap, dude.
Was it because it's cheap as shit?
It's cheap, yeah. But I mean, it's also like you're going to spend so much money getting down there. Like, it's about a 9-hour drive.
Charlotte. You gotta deal with Charlotte.
Got to deal with Charlotte and parking for the game. But you could probably park anywhere you want. There's so much space because no one's going to the game. This has Andy Dalton revenge game written all over it.
Agreed.
I really hope that is not what happens. I can't pick against my team. I'm taking the Bengals by 10.
I am gonna take the Bengals by 7.
I'm gonna say Bengals by 5. I think David Tepper is gonna some way fuck over the Panthers again.
You know, I want to say fuck it and give me the Red Rocket. But
Don't
I'm gonna
everyone
take
pick
the
against
Bengals
him.
by
Don't
7.
everyone. Oh, no.
Wait, what you say Cincinnati by what?
7.
Oh, don't everyone pick the Carolina Panthers. Oh, fuck.
Hi,
No.
Kata.
As much as I want to say Panthers, give me the Bengals by 3.
Fuck!
0-4, baby.
I think it was just a fluke against Raiders. That's all.
It's got to be a fluke. I mean,
as I said, David Tepper is in some way gonna fuck over.
Oh, he's
that
going to
league.
throw for 400 yards now. Oh, we're fucked. We're so fucked.
Jaguars, Texans.
Okay.
Look, it's only a jinx if I make a TikTok video about it.
Texans, I'll take this one then by 14.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
Oh, sorry. I am gonna take Houston by 7.
Houston by 19.
This DJ Stroud's by 17.
Fuck, I was gonna say that. Stroud's by 18.
Commanders Cardinals. Kind of a tough one, I feel like. Ooh. This is in Arizona. I like what the Commanders did last week. Obviously not like it, but they looked very good. But I don't think they'll be able to contain Kyler Murray as well. Most of their rush comes from the inside, not the outside. So I think Kyler Murray is going to have a bit of a field day, and they'll win a close one by 2.
No, I'm rocking Commanders by 7.
I think James Conner is going to get a big day. Arizona by 4.
Give me the MLG COD player himself by 7.
You know what? Give me
It's
those
not November
dirty
yet.
stinking commies by 10.
All right. Next up, Patriots and 49ers. I think 49ers will be able to bounce back after a tough loss at their second home against the Rams. I will take the Niners in this one by... I think by 10.
I'm gonna take Niners by 14.
San Fran by 8.
Niners by 9.
Want to be loyal, but Niners by 7.
That would hurt you. That would hurt you.
It did. It really hurt.
Take full.
I mean, I feel like the Niners are going to bounce back at later in the year,
Niners
but
will
I
bounce
don't know
back.
if I count that as a tank bowl. The Patriots
So
is a tank
next
bowl.
game. The
Patriots
next
side
game.
is definitely a tank bowl.
He's talking about the next game, but it's injuries for 49ers.
Oh,
It's
this,
an even
yeah.
year.
Browns, Raiders. Oh, man. There were some strong words talking about business decisions from the Raiders head coach. I like that aspect of, constantly playing hardball with your players and not, they're professional. You need to sometimes, get them going. So I like that. I think the Raiders will win this one by 7.
Brought a kneecap off.
I'm gonna go, Raiders by 3.
This gonna be an ugly game. Vegas by 2.
Mania by 6.
Bet it all on black by 14. Silver and black, excuse me.
Chiefs Chargers. If Justin Herbert was playing, I might take the Chargers, but I don't think so. I think the ref ball is a little too strong, and I'll take the Chiefs by 10.
Ref ball is strong with you, young Mahomes.
I'm gonna go, Chiefs by 7.
Kansas City by 5. No Herbert. And no Joey
Get
Bosa.
closer to your mic. Good lord.
Yeah.
Give me Cheeseburger Eddie by 14.
Enough.
Oh, sorry, I was reading something. Give me. Oh, we're on the Bills.
No, Chiefs
give
Chargers.
me-
Chargers.
Oh, Chiefs Chargers. I'm sorry, I got mixed up.
Sorry.
Chiefs by 13.
All right. Bills Ravens. It's gonna be a big challenge for the Bills defense. However, I think the Bills will be able to do it. I like how Josh Allen's been playing recently. I think he can take well advantage of a Ravens secondary that's looked a little sketchy this year. And then I don't know if the Ravens are going to really be able to put a challenge against them. So I'll take the Bills in this one by 7.
I'm gonna go, this one's, no, I'll go Ravens by 3.
I could see either or for this one. But Buffalo by 2.
You, Josh Allen, by 3.
Yeah, give me the Bills by 5.
Monday night, we got some interesting games. Titans, Dolphins. I don't
Again,
think
why
Dolphins.
Monday night games?
I don't know, but I don't think the
Yeah.
Titans will be able to pull it off. I think we get another funny Will Levis picture. Well, no, sorry.
Definitely.
I think the Titans will be able to pull it off. I'm sorry. We get a funny Will Levis picture though, and I'll take the Titans in this one by 3. I don't like the Dolphins without Tua. I do not like it.
I'm going Dolphins by 7.
I don't know. This is just gonna be an ugly ass game. It's gonna
Tie.
suck. Tie. I'll take the loss if it's not a tie, but fuck it.
Give me the Dolphins by 3.
Oh boy, which quarterback is going to suck more?
Tim Boyle
Could
or
be
Will
Tyler
Levis?
Huntley.
Okay. Well, Huntley. Yeah, give the Dolphins by 6.
All right, and the final game of that Sunday slate, Seahawks, or actually no, it's Monday now. Final game of the Monday slate, Seahawks Lions. I like what the Seahawks have done so far. I don't think they have the talent to beat the Lions defensively. I think the Lions will be able to win this game, even though it will be a bit of a shootout. I'll take the Lions by 7 in this one.
I'm gonna go Lions by 14.
I think this is gonna be a close game, but in the opposite direction of Titans Dolphins, where this could actually be good. Detroit by 2.
Give me the kneecap destroyers by 6.
Okay.
We missed
give-
Oh,
Kate
sorry.
up.
Yeah,
Skip, sorry.
I almost thought. Sorry, I accidentally unplugged my headset there. 1 second. I can hear it. Okay, yeah, I can hear stuff now. Give me the Lions by 9.
Okay.
The Thursday night of next week.
Yup.
Yes, this one actually looks like it'd be
It
Buccaneers,
could be-
Okay.
Falcons.
okay.
It could cook.
From Atlanta again. 3 straight home
It's not
games
going to be
for Falcons.
terrible.
Kirk Cousins on a Thursday.
Yeah, primetime Kirko again.
I'll take
Hey,
Baker in that
Kirko
one.
wakes up dripping like
Take
this.
10.
The question is,
10
can we
point
call
victory for the
primetime
Buccaneers.
Thursday?
Short week for the Buccaneers and actually. I'm going. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's at Atlanta. I'm gonna go Falcons by 3. It'll be a close one.
Atlanta by 4.
Let Baker bake by 6.
Yeah, Bucks by 10.
All right. And that is our predictions for next week. Anything else you gentlemen want to talk about before we sign off here?
Bring back the fullbacks.
Did
Don't
Mel Kiper
let
have
us
any other
die.
shit takes to talk about this week or no?
No, I don't think there's really
Yeah,
much
just-
else.
Joe by.
Yeah, just get rid of the safeties entirely and have the defense play with 9.
Yeah, everyone's already ratted on Mel Kiper. We did that last week. But yes, for myself, for Macedon, for Mama, for Kalami, and for KDuff, thank you for watching the Football Studios. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel where you can see our new videos every single Friday at noon where we cover football in the stupidest way possible. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy football, especially if your team is winning games, because I'd love to know what that feels like. Yeah. And you won a game. You won 2.
I lost something once.
Barely funny. Yeah, enjoy football. Enjoy the aspects that you can of this. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Band to cover 2.
Bring back the fullback.